People do the thing this and be like, oh my God, it's me.
Good morning.
Bro.
I hear that.
Get the music.
Oh yeah, calm.
This ain't a yardie rave.
Does this sound like yardie music? That was real smart.
I heard that.
Yes.
Back again.
Back in the stew.
Episode what?
17.
17.
18.
Come on. 17.
18 to blood clot.
Nah, 17. No, 17.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, man. But
We
are
are
your favourite bunch back again.
back again in the stew.
Back in the
man.
stew. And
vexed,
we caught a stray. Would you like to introduce yourself, love?
Hello, everyone. I'm Jessica.
Hi, Jess. Hi, Jess.
Thank you very much.
I'm good,
Funny seeing you here, Jess. Fancy seeing you here.
So, by the time this episode comes out, there's going to be a well-celebrated holiday that's celebrated quite around the world.
Yeah.
Someone want to tell me what that is?
Valentine's is coming.
There's your boyfriend.
Home. Sighting day.
But yeah, man. So Valentine's, fam. Or last year it was Valentine.
Valentine, yeah. Sighting day.
Valentine, yeah.
I missed that
Bare
one.
Valentine's
yeah.
last year.
That's wild, fam.
Yeah, man.
Valentine.
So I thought we would start off this this episode with a few quick fire questions about Valentine's and all that.
Go on.
Yeah, man. So trying to wrap my brains because with Valentine's, apart from asking nasty questions, what can you really ask? You know what I mean?
Nasty questions.
Nasty questions, isn't it?
That's it.
Why can't they be romantic questions?
Romantic.
You don't strike me as a romantic type.
Just talking about Willis.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No, Jess. What do you do? Talk to us. Tell us about yourself. How do you know us?
Oh, individually.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
You can do collectively if you like.
Alright, that's cool. I met Sean first at Saturday
Rap.
school.
Gang.
Nerds.
I used to throw little rubbers at his head in the lessons, and he'd be like, "Jess, why you doing that?" Because it was just funny, innit?
So just
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah,
deal.
basically, yeah.
Oh, so just
Don't do that.
I basically bullied
the
Sean.
rubbers that I said.
provided
That's a
entertainment.
ticket thing from
I
our
provided entertainment.
I basically.
You know when you pick the rubber and dash it?
No, I'm joking. It was actually the opposite way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was mad quiet.
Oh,
yeah.
so you was bullying people's daughters.
You bullying. We told you about bullying. We
No,
spoke
actually,
about it in
no,
the
I
other
think
episode.
Sean was nice. I think you
I
lent me a
was actually
calculator
alright.
or something. at
Yeah,
one
yeah,
point.
because you came unprepared as
Yeah.
usual. But hey,
So that's where I met Sean first, was in Saturday school. And then I went sixth form. Am I allowed to drop names like that?
yeah, do
Yeah,
your
drop
thing.
it. Anything, like, don't hold back because we can bleep anything if you need
Oh,
to.
Yeah,
okay.
if you cross the line.
All right. So then I went Thomas More sixth form. And then I met Sean in the sixth form centre. And I was just like, oh, you look familiar. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Side note, I actually didn't go Thomas More sixth form, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting there. I was like, so first Sean went to sixth form with us, then he went uni with us. I was like,
I was everywhere, mate. I was everywhere.
So that's how I met Sean. Daniel, I met through everyone collectively. But then we got our own
Yeah.
like relations.
Yeah, we
like
do.
that, like kind of family related.
My uncle's a godfather,
yeah.
isn't it?
So Daniel's
It's mad.
uncle is
Yeah,
my godfather.
See?
It's a small world.
yeah, smartest.
Uncle Roy.
Yes, man, alright.
So
Right, Stan.
Right, Stan.
and
We got my
then
uncle, innit?
Aaron
Love that.
was
Yes.
sixth form as well.
Yeah, sixth
Law
form.
school class days.
Yeah, uni,
Yes. And history. Oh yeah, we went
History.
same. Yeah, and uni
we
together
went same
as
uni
well.
as well. But it's
Yeah.
weird though because I at one point I thought you actually went to Thomas More.
So
from like
did I.
year 7 to year 11. Because honestly, like the way that you were just He just kind of got on with everyone. I was just like, yeah,
100.
like.
Listen, you should have
What's
been
got
there in
me
the
into it?
first sixth form.
Oh, do you know what?
I
I
went
wish.
Westwood.
Oh yeah, okay.
Westwood.
Aye.
By that one.
Couple stories with West.
Let's not go into girls' schools. Let's
They're all true. No, I'm joking.
You said they're all true.
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Oh,
She's not joking, though. That's the wickedest thing. She's not
You know what?
joking.
Yeah, let's not. Let's. That's another.
That's a whole nother session, bro.
Another pod.
Another day. Sion, I met you at a party.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
But it was with everybody.
It was everywhere.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think which one?
I think it was one of Kadim's ones, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
one like
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one.
Must have been. Yeah.
Must have been, innit?
I heard that.
Yeah, just quick
Questions.
fire questions. So I'll come up with a couple. Like I don't like the quality of them may not be there in it, but we'll just go with it.
I'm holding you accountable, but yeah,
Alright.
go on.
Anyway, all right. So the first one is: would you prefer a dinner date or a Netflix and chill for Valentine's?
What, given the whole circumstance, of everything?
What do you mean?
Or-
Like
general.
lockdown and stuff. Like, are we talking
just-
lockdown or just...
Just in general.
Okay.
So do you prefer being treated to dinner date, then getting your back blown, or Netflix and then chill
And then get your back blown.
Oh my days.
Toxic.
Go on,
Or
Jess.
the other way
I don't like
Go
around
on, yeah,
for the
guess
male
first,
part.
ladies first.
Ladies
Go
first.
on.
Be honest.
To be honest, wine and dine me. Yeah, I want to be wined and
And then
dined.
blow me.
So hold on. So
No.
wine and dine. You're talking about Nando's or something?
Oh, hell no. You
What?
taking me
I'm
somewhere
sorry.
nice. like.
Where's somewhere nice, please? Just.
All right, for the record, all right, Nando's is nice. Whatever, if that's your budget, then cool. I love it. But for Valentine's,
I love it.
They don't love it.
That was a lie.
but for Valentine's Day, just make it a bit more special.
Yeah.
Would you
Like-
have a problem if he took you to like a family-owned restaurant?
Oh, to a family.
Yeah, sorry, I mean, like, you know them small.
I
You know, like you go to South
family
Croydon.
house.
Nah,
Yard shop.
no, you know,
Some of them restaurants are calm though.
yeah, but you know, you go like South Croydon and you got like a little family-owned restaurant, and you know, it's nice, little Mediterranean
Yeah,
restaurant.
that's
Come
calm.
on,
Yeah,
Tom.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice seat by the window.
Yeah.
Saying
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
We saying like a run, yeah?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah?
What would you do then? What
Me?
would you prefer?
What would I prefer?
Yeah.
You know me, man. I'm a different kind of guy, fam. You get me? Like me, I would rather than going like just dinner or like Netflix and chill. I'd want to go do something nice, like I don't know.
Take a walk around Waterloo or something.
Take a walk around Waterloo. If it's winter time, ice skating or something, or
Yeah.
something little
Quick hot
romantic
chocolate and that.
you know them
Yeah,
ones.
He would be on them old man vibes.
Yeah, the old man.
Yeah.
vibe.
Why is that? No, but why?
No,
why
but
does, why is
I'm
that
just
old man
saying.
vibe?
I'm
No,
just
no,
saying.
no. It's not
I'm
wrong
not
with
saying
it.
that, but you would be on that old man vibes, like you stand at the edge, just like. I feel like that would be used.
I don't know. I think you're actually mocking it.
No, not
I
even.
think you're mocking it.
Alright, let me
No,
switch
not
it.
Telling me I will come with my date, my woman with old man vibes. I'm not even 30 yet.
You know the
man.
hand behind the back.
You done a body there, fam.
No, not even, bro.
I've got chivalry, innit?
Yeah,
I've got
chivalry is
so
important.
for me, it's not all about. I think it's boring, innit? Dinner or Netflix and chill. Like I would rather do something interactive, active. So you get to know, you get to do stuff, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
And do you know what? This isn't a representation of you, yeah, but some guys like going to do activities because they can't sit down at dinner and talk.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
The worst thing they
That's
want
true.
to do is sit down with a girl and then have their mind picked.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Realise
just
there's
don't
nothing in there.
understand. Do you know what it is? Yeah? Now that I think about it, yeah, like, just the whole concept of going dinner for Valentine's, like, I don't understand why people wanna sit and eat and then talk. Why wouldn't you do something else and just talk? Doesn't have to be over food.
I mean, that's
Like with other people around.
I mean, I think there's certain convos you can have sitting down with dinner
That you
and
can't
talk
do.
that you can't do when you're doing activities.
Like what?
If you're doing top golf,
Not like activity, but I'm just saying, like, rather like go for a walk or just get to know the person a bit better. Like, why
I
dinner?
mean, it's always nice when you're sitting down somewhere warm with a cocktail or a glass of wine or something. You can have a certain convo. But I get you though.
I just think why dinner. I think like everyone says I want to go to this restaurant because that's the in thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But,
It's not even like it's an anything. It's just like it's tradition, in it
Yeah.
to go
but why is
to a restaurant, sit down,
Why
eat.
is it tradition?
I That's
what
how
I'm
it's
asking,
been from
innit? I know,
day.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
They
bored,
get
fam.
grilled.
Don't shoot me, bro. Oh my. So why is it tradition then?
I'm just saying, like,
things that are 1,000-year-old.
no, but I'm just saying, like, everyone, like, okay, obviously we're all young, times are changing, people are breaking out of traditions and different cultures and stuff. I'm just asking, why dinner? Why not something else?
Nah, I hear that.
Yeah. No,
And you know what? I think it is changing though, Dan, because there's a lot of activities now that you can go and do. Like you could go to O2 and go selfie factory.
I think that the activity.
Do you know what? I can't lie, because it's supposed to be quick fire.
Yeah,
I'm
a really quiet
topic, innit? My bad.
we did this last time as well.
Made it
innit?
long
And
file.
when you're stoking it, like,
Don't pass me the mic. I just chat for England, fam.
Yeah, go on.
but,
Dan's all bringing out politics.
Chat
but
about
yeah. So, Aaron, what would you prefer?
Dinner and what was the dinner?
Dinner and date.
Dinner date. Blow the back up.
Fair play.
And sealed shapes.
I'm not really a date guy kind of guy, but for Valentine's, because it's a,
Because it's an actual
an actual, I think
occasion.
Yeah, I'll do like obviously dinner date and then whatever. But I'm not a date guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't do
Fair.
dates.
Fair.
I heard that.
Yeah, I don't really like
What
dates.
about you, Sean?
I think if I could, I would mix. I'd mix like a dinner and then go back to Netflix.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not the.
You're saying
that's
you're
not.
wine and dining. You cook for.
I'd rather cook.
I'd rather
Cook a mean chicken, fam.
So you don't would rather cook than
Yeah, I'd
go
rather
out.
cook than go out.
Shock.
Okay.
That's how I propose.
Chicken man
you know.
himself, bro.
Is it?
Man cooked, fam.
Oh, that's so
cooked.
sweet.
I cooked. I wooed her off her feet, and then I proposed.
Yeah, I like
Why
that.
this is my
Get me?
mad guy.
Look at 1, 2
Sensei,
gems.
sensei.
1, 2 gems.
This is the sensei. That's
Yes,
right.
bro. This
Man got the
mere
grandma and fam. I can't even lie. Man's a chef. man.
church chicken and
That's how it is. Grandma.
That wing.
the buffalo wing,
I
bro.
ain't even got buffalo wing. I've got buffalo wing on my stomach, brother. That's where buffalo wing.
Makes sense with the special sauce in his pocket.
Nah, stop it. Alright, so which celebrity do you think would provide the best date? The first one that comes to your head.
Make the stallion. That's the first. She's the first one.
That's the first one.
I don't know why. I don't know.
5 days.
For person, what our best date?
Best
Yeah.
date. I think
This is how you know men are visual, you know,
Sinead.
because the
Yeah.
first thing I thought about was who looked good. And then you asked me, who would make a good date, like
Yeah.
to sit down and talk and.
Yeah.
or just like
I got two. I got two.
a
that
fun
came
a
to
fun
mind.
date.
Okay, alright, go on.
The first one was Ari Lennox,
Okay.
and the second one was ZZ Mills.
Why?
Okay.
Because ZZ Mills
Dan.
likes to talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, ZZ Mills likes to talk, and I
Yeah.
thought although she has some sort of like, what's the word?
Oh, I
Be
know.
careful.
No, what's the word? Like, not everyone always agrees with her, but
Controversy around her.
Yeah, controversy, but she seems fun, innit? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
simple.
I hear you.
Yeah.
That's a good pick
Yeah,
still.
it's-
I think Maya Jama would be fun.
Yeah.
She'd be a good
Yeah,
character.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I thought like she would suck the marrow out of the bone
Yeah.
with you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Competition.
That's what
She'd all the ribs and then all the sauce over her hands
Yeah.
and that.
Right, days,
Not even worrying.
Yes, mad.
What about you, Jess?
I don't know. The first name that came to my head was Skepta, to be honest.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Man, like skip
She'll show you the high life, fam.
I Skeppy.
Everything.
Slide in the
Man,
DMs if you
But
hear this,
I don't
bro.
know, conversation-wise, I feel like it would just be blanks. Like, hello, you
You
there?
got Skepta?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the what's that YouTube dating thing and it had KSI on it? It's got Young Philly and Chunks on it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
The foot asylum
foot
thing.
asylum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
I've seen the
was-
one with KSI
you know-
where he's just boxing off the wings in front of the girl.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
But he
I feel like
just-
that's how Skepta would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
I feel like Skepta would be a gentleman still. I think he would show you a good time, like take you to a different club.
I
You know what I mean?
don't
Like,
think so.
you don't think so?
Nah.
Oh, say less, man.
Fair.
But I still love you.
What about you?
So you're going with Skepta?
Yeah, I still keep
And who
Skepta.
else?
Oh, and who else?
Yeah. Two.
Probably Dave, because I know he'll like we'll have a good combo.
Yeah.
Like nothing like romantic, but we could be best friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I think for me, I don't know why the first person that came into my mind was
Gemma Collins.
Listen, do you know what?
She would be fun,
She would
bro.
be hella funny.
She would have the whole restaurant cracking up.
Right, babe.
Yeah, you.
Come on, let's get shots in.
GC style.
No, I fancy a sushi. That's what I fancy.
What do you want, babe?
What do you want, babe?
Nah, I think you know Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like she just had that fun, bubbly
you
energy.
mean. Yeah,
do
she
you
just
know
be
what I
She
mean?
came
innit?
into my mind as well,
Yeah.
but then I thought, no, I don't know.
Gabrielle.
Yeah. I think that's just
I
the
went for
first
Ari
person that
instead.
came.
She's got a
because-
nice smile as well.
The Ari's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Sion?
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Fair.
Rihanna.
Of course.
We shoot
Beijing girl.
Beijanga for real, yeah. No, I think she'd be mad fun.
Yeah.
Mad fun.
Yeah, I think she would as well.
Like she'd just be down to do whatever, even if
I
it
feel
is
like you'd have
skipping
to,
rocks.
I feel like she'd make you work first, and then when you get like when she finds out that you're legit, then she'll be fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
I feel
no.
like she sit there stush for the first 10 minutes. See if you're gonna break on that.
But some guys
Yeah.
like that though. Some guys like a bit. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Let me break that down.
I'm gonna break you down. Yeah,
I went at bracket, you know. It's peak.
We're fucking collapse.
Oh man.
Yeah. I can't really. I can't think of anybody else. But yeah,
Fair.
Rihanna.
Guess this one's more for you, Jess. I'll be surprised if any of you man done it, innit? But
Oh my gosh.
no. Have you ever sent yourself anything on Valentine's
Nah.
and pretended it was from someone else?
Nah.
That is tact behavior.
That is
man.
mad, bro.
That
You haven't?
behavior is
No.
wild.
Do you know
No,
that's
no.
that's nearly as bad as you know when people write, oh thank you Nike. On the Instagram
He's actually
captions,
paid
like, what you
full price
doing,
plus
man?
post and packaging.
You
Nah,
posted
do you
with
know
the
what?
thing.
That's tact as well, but I think sending yourself a gift, yeah,
That's mad.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
No.
nuts.
That's
fam.
nuts.
It's different if you get it for free.
What do you mean? Like just sending yourself a gift in general? Like it's
No,
your
for
birthday.
Valentine's.
Oh.
Like,
yeah, that's
like you
that's
order
crazy.
yourself a bouquet of roses.
Yeah, that's wild.
However, I would like to say that girls do that a lot now, and they mask it as self-love. They mask it as
Do you know
self-love.
what it
I
is?
feel.
I think there's a difference between buying yourself something and then disguising it
Yeah.
as a gift
Yeah.
from someone
yeah.
else.
If
Yeah.
you buy yourself something
Yeah, that's
as a
calm,
treat,
like,
it's
everyone buys
fine.
themselves something.
But don't you fully pay
Mark it
with
from
your card
Marcus.
and
From
then
Marcus.
do you know what I mean? And then pretend like it's from someone else. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Let me spit this out.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, that behavior is a bit mad.
so-
Posting it online like, thank you, Marcus.
So you say,
Thanks,
and then you
babe.
guys.
No, I've never done that.
Nah.
Let me. I just had to make sure and it clear the room.
That's wild.
What else have we got? Do you know what? I think that's it. That's it. I didn't couldn't think of any more. Like it's kind of after that, it kind of turned into like sex questions. But I was just like, yeah, you know what? That's
I
for
didn't
another
take long.
pod.
What was that? 3 questions.
Huh?
3 questions, innit?
What that one? What we just done?
Yeah.
What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
We weren't really quick fire, was it, mate?
Actually, no,
It's
3.
kinda
Actually,
slow,
3.
innit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kind of slow.
So
Slow
start to the
Slow
point.
fire.
I mean,
It's a slow burner.
Slow but trust me.
Easy ride.
Slow
yeah,
burner,
man.
mate. Inside.
insult.
I heard that.
What I was gonna say as well is talking about the different types of people that you'd maybe go on a date with. What's your worst date that you've ever had? What's your worst date fail?
I know this without.
ain't
And have there
First
been
one.
were there any like red flags
Yeah.
prior to you going on a date with them that you were kind of like
It's really
nah, it's all right. I need to get to know them. Maybe it's, just kind of
first
ignore it.
Well, it was in college, innit?
You gotta go on, Dad. I know
In
you.
college. I won't say their name, but it was in college. And the worst thing is the girl was really pretty, fam. She was really pretty, in my eyes anyway. And there was always a little flirting here and there, and we decided, you know what, let's go out one day, innit? It's like, everything was nice, yeah? I mean, it was on the bus these times, because obviously I didn't drive these college times. And it was just, things were getting a bit steamy. And we was getting close, and we was gonna lips on that. And I couldn't do it, bro. Because as soon as she got close, yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't take it, fam. I couldn't take it, fam. And I kid you not, I reached in my pocket and took out the strawberries, fam. You know the sweets?
And you gave it to
I
her.
gave it to her, bro.
Swear.
But
Big man thing.
Was this after you ate?
What do you mean after?
Did you go for dinner?
We hadn't eaten, fam.
Okay,
No,
so
we was just
I
on
don't
a
know
date.
why-
We was just
yeah.
going
Oh,
out,
you're just
innit? We
going
was
out,
going
yeah,
out. Like,
Maybe it was hunger breath.
nah, I don't know, bro. Because this breath was stale, blood.
Yeah.
Like, it hurt my. I was actually offended for. Yeah, you know when you get offended, you don't like the person, or like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
offended. You just want to go home because it's like, how can you be linking someone at a certain age and you ain't even got gum or nothing like that?
I
Like,
can't even lie, yeah. I've lipped someone with bad breath before.
I have as
do you
well.
know what?
You kind of lock.
you know what it is,
You kind of lock the air into a vacuum, and it's kind of warm, bad smell.
I know it sounds petty, yeah, but I don't know. My bedrooms will tell you, and like you man know my nose is a bit sensitive
Yeah,
than
yeah,
other
yeah,
people's,
fair,
innit? So
fair.
if I smell BO, it's amplified like 10 times rather than someone else's nose.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that bad breath was almost like somebody holding a plate of doo-doo in my face. Do you get what I'm saying? No. Real talk. I'm not.
It's amplified, innit? It's amplified.
I said doo-doo.
Fam, I reach for the strawberries, bruv. I reach for the strawberries. She will never know it's her as well. She will never know.
That's the thing. She carried on.
You never know, but she might be thinking, hold on.
She will never know. She won't know it's her. She won't.
What about you, Jess?
She'll never know.
Was it worst date?
Yeah, like yeah, and any red flags that you just.
Nah, like, I got one later. I got one later.
Okay. I have two.
No, they
But-
can't kill me.
This one, there was
Yeah.
definitely red flags.
Yeah, but did you ignore them?
No, I did. I addressed it. So
Okay.
basically, we met in a club,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, we exchanged numbers, whatever. So then we were talking and stuff, and then one
Hold on,
day,
just to give him the wickedest wine.
no. So then one day, like, we were just talking. He's like, "Oh, have you eaten?" I was like, "Yeah, at da-da-da." And then I was like, "You?" He's like, "Yeah, at Chinese." But he was on like this health kick. So I was just like, "Oh, that's not really healthy." Then he was just like, "You don't know my life. You don't know what I do."
that
And I was
thing,
just
yeah.
like,
Oh,
"Oh, okay." Like, all I said was Chinese is unhealthy. Whatever.
he
So
is
then,
tapped, fam.
like, the argument just kept brewing. I was just like, I don't know why I'm arguing about Chinese food not being healthy. Like, it's not healthy.
Arguing
full
about
of
chow
oil
mein.
still.
Yeah. So then, like, just like everything just kind of fizzled out after that. And then I kind of blocked him on everything. And then he reached out to me on Instagram.
Blocker.
And then and he apologized for it. And I was just like, all right, cool. I accept your apology. Do you know what I mean? I like to give people second chances. and all that.
Jess.
See the best in people, you
I
know.
was like that once.
So
So then we arranged to go out. And like, it was so funny because during the week he was asking me like, oh, do you like steak? So I was just like, yeah, I like steak.
And everyone loves a bit.
So
of steak.
then we went Nando's. And I was just
Oh,
like,
what?
yeah.
Nah, he's mocking it. He said, "Do you like steak?" And
Oh, hold on. I actually just clocked.
he had no
Oh,
intention.
Yeah.
do you like steak?
He was
And
asking me if I like
Nando's
steak.
that don't have steak.
Yeah, correct.
Can't even order it on the menu.
But that, do you know what? Yeah, that's a violation. Bro.
Oh, no, it's not even finished yet, you know. Yeah.
Right, gone
So
on.
during the date now, he's talking to me about Love Island, which is cool, but I didn't watch that series. Yeah, but he just kept going on and on and on about
You hadn't
Love
seen it
Island, and I'm not watching it.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay,
And you told him that.
yeah,
So you don't listen.
yeah, don't listen. So then now,
Obviously, he took her to Nando's when she wanted steak.
Red flag.
Red flag already, bro.
It's not even to do with listening.
so,
fam.
oh my
You
days,
offered
I missed
steak.
such a big bit as well.
Yeah.
Like we met in Wimbledon, and I was driving, but I was late, so I texted him to say. Look, I think I called him, 'cause I can't text and drive, you know. So then I called him and I was just like,
Change
yeah,
Self-snitching.
I'm running late, but it didn't go through. So I left a voice message and then I finally parked up and I messaged and I was just like, yeah, where are you? Because like
So
I
he's
had
at
to
home.
find parking. And he's just like, oh, you could have at least called me to let me know you're running late. So I was just like,
Right, well, you can't see
out.
that notification pop up on your phone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's cool.
and I'm driving as well. I told you I'm driving,
Yeah,
right?
man, people
so
don't
that
understand.
was the second red flag,
No,
right?
that was the third, because the first one was when he shouted at you about Chinese.
Yeah, no, that's the first. Then the second was being late.
No, it was the
second
steak offering steak.
The-
Oh
things
no,
to
but
Nando's.
remember, like we
The
met
third
first.
one,
She met him in Wimbledon
Yeah.
first before they went to the.
Yeah.
But either way, there's been like 4.
Yeah.
Love
So then-
Island, the steak, the driving, and the shouting. That's
Crazy.
4 already, bro.
Shouting was wild. Fam.
So then
Chinese.
we finished Nando's, and then he was just like, "Yeah, let's go to a bar." So then found a nice bar. It was really nice and stuff. And then I don't know, it was just weird. He was like asking me like, like, yeah, permission's good, but like, don't keep asking me dumb things like, can I hold your hand? Like,
How old is
how
he,
he's
man?
like, he was 30 something.
What? And you know what?
Just
I'm a big man,
Family
but I'm not
fortunes,
30.
Jess. is that you're moving?
Listen, I was just being nice.
The big married men in
He wasn't married.
Swear down.
Say
Oh,
next,
my
because
days.
that is
A
Yeah.
lot of
wild.
girls do that though. They'll go out with older, like the guys in their 30s, hoping that they
The
get.
reason those guys
they
get
get
No,
something,
no, but
something a
no
bit.
one
like-
their age group wants them because they're not.
I mean, it's not a bad thing though.
Like, what,
Tapper.
25?
But that's fine though. Like you can date someone in your 30s, but I
Well-
think some girls go and date guys in their 30s because they think
It's
They're the
Expecting
wrong
more.
guys
A
in their
little bit
30s,
more.
man. That's what it is.
Okay.
No,
They're
wait.
the wrong-
So even then, the date
Yeah.
ain't finished yet, right?
Lord of mercy.
Lad.
So then he got the first round, and then he was just like, "Oh yeah, like drinks are finished now," and I was just like, "All right."
No.
I was like, "All right."
Hold on, pull that back, rewind.
Yeah. So he was just like, "Oh yeah," so like drinks are kind of finished. Like he was bare like, So I was just like, "Listen, I ain't broke, so I don't mind buying the next round. It's
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
That's
but
still-
don't hint like that. Do you know what I mean?
That was
Yeah,
rude.
that's an. Yeah.
Especially after you offered you steak.
You.
Do you know what I mean? And you gave me Nando's.
And you booked the first round, and then he's like, "Oh, the drinks are finished." That's like what kids
Yeah, that's
do.
mad. He
It's
don't sound like a 30-plus-year-old guy, bro.
Oh
He
no!
sounds
So
like he's
it
16.
even gets worse now, right? So then I'm
right.
just like, oh yeah, like,
My gosh.
so I was parked on
Come
the
like
meter.
Tetris
So
from-
then I was just like,
Oh
oh
my
yeah,
goodness.
it's expired now. Like, I need to go back to my car, sort of thing, innit? So then we're walking back now, and I'm just like, yeah, finally, like, I can go home.
Yeah.
And then he gets a phone call. And then he's just like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, bro. So then he turned to me and he's just like, you live in Croydon, right? And I was just like, oh. So I was just like, do I lie? Or do I say, because I just said I need to go home, innit? So I was just like, do I say I'm going Brixton
And knowing you
or
because of the good
something?
person you are, you dropped into Croydon.
I dropped into his friend's house.
Oh.
Was his friend a girl?
I mean,
No,
he
it
said
was
yeah,
guys,
bro, and he said yeah, bro,
but
and that. But that, I don't think he's
That's
that smart.
mad. I
fam.
couldn't
Yeah.
believe
No,
it.
but how?
Of course he's that smart.
But how do you know he actually got a phone call? He could
have.
have faked that phone call just to get a lift.
I don't know.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't think he's that smart.
No,
though,
I
fam.
don't
Yeah,
think
he's
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 that.
been
smart. I
doing
think he
dumb
actually
stuff
just
all
genuinely.
night, fam.
Hold on.
Just a
now,
dumb
I'm
guy.
I don't want to play down his smartness, you know, because he saw Jess.
Nah, he's
He's
living
shaking drinks to say, "Rah, drinks are empty." Do you understand? He's made phone call to say, "Rah, and this is my Uber."
He's a fraud, babe.
And then he's saying, "Do you want steak?" And he's taking her. He's not stupid.
Do you know how
at all.
rude it is to shake, like to
He
say
is not
drinks are done?
stupid.
And
I'm
then
sorry.
dangle
Do you
the
know what?
glass.
No,
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
I get
sorry.
that. But it's just like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not
No,
like...
he's dumb in it, but he's using his brain to get what he wants. He's not nice. You didn't deserve
But,
that.
yeah,
Fire
paid
for that.
Uber after night as well. So, yeah.
Hope he give you 5 stars.
That is terrible.
That's
That's
a
up
bad
there,
day,
innit?
though,
That's
bro.
That's
up
up there. That's
That's
up
up
there.
there.
Still. There still.
He went through.
It's up
He went
there.
through there just still.
Do you guys want another one or?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
One letter is on
Yeah,
post.
can't.
Oh my
So there was
goodness.
another time that I went to Wimbledon. Again, I hate Wimbledon so much. Yeah.
Oh, I don't blame you. Your
So-
experiences.
You know, my worst day has been in Wimbledon, but
Is
so,
it?
yeah, carry on.
Trash. So what happened on this one again? Yeah, so he met me late. He picked me up late. And then he told me that we were going bowling. So I dressed real cash in Ugg boots, just casual, innit, for bowling. Right? So then we get
Bowling
to
Ugg
the...
boots.
No, but like you change, innit? But do you know what I mean? Like it's just...
Bear lean up at the back.
Hey, don't listen to
No
them.
lean up.
Don't-
You're annoyed.
Don't listen to them.
And then we're driving, and then he was just like, "Oh, do you want to drive my car?" And I was just like, "What?"
That was
What
going to
car-
impress you, innit?
Yeah, what car was it?
I can't even remember.
Well, he said, "Do you want to drive my car?"
Yeah,
What car was it? Yeah.
I can't.
Girls,
Maybe like
they didn't
a
even
Golf
remember.
or something.
They didn't remember.
And I was just like, "No."
It's kind of like, sorry to cut you. I just feel like it's kind of sometimes a red flag when a girl, like, some girls may be interested in cars, innit? But when all a girl knows is BMW, Mercedes, Audi, when that's all they know, that's a definite red flag.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
See,
I
I
don't know.
feel like
Depends on lifestyle.
girls that know them, it's only because they are the bigger brands. But when a girl says, "Oh, I don't really know what car. I think it was an Audi. I think it was like." Sometimes they just say that for the sake of
Nah,
it being
but-
a big car
Yeah,
brand.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if a girl's like, he had the C class. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
that's
Like-
different.
Like,
So
when
if
they start
you-
telling you,
she's like, oh, he's got
C
but they
class.
don't know
She
anything
knows,
part.
yeah,
They
she
don't know
knows.
any Volkswagens or nothing like. They don't know
Yeah.
no Fords or
Then
nothing like that.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I
That's
agree.
It's not a certain lifestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a red flag. But sorry, carry on.
So he asked me if I wanted to drive the car, and I was
Did you
just
say
like,
yes?
no,
Okay.
no,
You're on
it's
a
crazy.
date. You want to be chilling.
Do you know what I mean?
100.
It's like, I don't know you like that. Supposing
Yeah.
I crash your car, then
Yeah.
what? I ain't paying for nothing.
Exactly.
So then
Bowling cancelled.
we're driving, say we're 20 minutes into the journey or whatever, and then like he gets a phone call, and then he's talking to his boy, and then he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come pick you up. And I was just like, excuse me, like, what is this, double date? Like, no. And then we got to Wimbledon now, and then he was just like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna get my friend. And I was just like, yeah,
I should hope so.
of course. You know what I mean? Like, you're
Took a
right.
while to register, innit?
So then, like, we're walking now, and he's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to a club instead. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, but you told him. She told you bowling.
Not even that. I'm in UGG boots.
That's what I'm saying. So you.
And you're gonna take me to a club?
Yeah, he's nuts.
Yeah, nuts.
You went home
Make it
innit?
make sense.
Maybe.
You went home innit?
So then,
Maybe what he was looking
go
for was
to club?
versatility.
She went to the club.
wait. We'll get there.
Cutting shapes with the
Skanking
uncle.
in Uggs. That you had in Ugg boots, bro.
Wait.
You know the like,
Looking like clocks.
You know,
I'm leaning to the
stop it.
leaning on the inside.
Oh
my
Lord of mercy.
Sorry, go on, Jess.
I hate you all. But
Was it nice?
huh?
Was it nice
What?
that you went to the club?
Oh no, we'll get there, right? So we're walking now,
Good.
and we walk
Red
past
flag.
the club, and it's shut. So he's just like, "Oh, let's go to a bar or whatever, innit?" So we're walking now, and it's quite cold. And then he takes his hand and my hand and tries to pull it in his pocket,
Got stuck.
but his pocket's really small. And I was just like, "What are you doing?" Like, I was so confused. It's
Do you
just
know
like,
what? Yeah? It's so
I need
sad.
some big pockets,
Do you know what
innit?
it is? You see when you hear about other guys in their game, yeah, it's so sad when they speak. Fam. Like, you should know your pocket's too small for that.
Yeah.
Put it in
small for your
Put her hand in your hand.
Yeah.
Warm up her hand.
Isn't it? Or just
Okay.
hold her hand, bro.
Hold her hand. Or give her your jacket.
I
She's
don't
like she's
know.
shivering.
Do you know what I mean?
So then
Sorry, Jess, man.
we
I'm so
went
sorry.
to
Honestly.
what's that place called? Weatherspoons? Waterspoons?
Oh yeah,
Wait, yeah, well,
O'Neill's.
it's been that long.
Waterspoons. I swear that's on book.
Weatherspoon.
Waterstones. That's it.
So we went
Waterspoons.
there, and like I was a bit shocked, innit? Because that's my first time ever going to somewhere like that. And you said a bar, so
It's a pub.
To a pub.
yeah.
What was you trying to do?
Actually a
Try and
pub.
shit your babe?
Consistent.
I don't know, but I just ordered a Coke, and then we like kind of sat opposite each other in a booth, and then he came and sat next to me. So I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. Yeah, and then
Try to kiss you.
no. So then he started like showing me pictures on his phone of him on holiday, and I was just like, okay, cool. But it was literally like, this is me painting.
Oh my god.
This is me on Halloween. This is me with my cousin. This
So
is
there wasn't
me.
even any context to it. Like it was just
No.
like
There was no
wow.
combo.
Ask you about you.
Yeah, that's
No,
mad.
I can't even remember. I was in just a state of shock, right?
Yeah.
In your
So,
Ugg boots.
In Weatherspoons.
so then I think he stepped out because he said, I need to make a phone call. So I was like, all right, cool. So then I started texting my best friend. I was just like, yeah, P, this is mad. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. Text another one of my best friends, and I dropped in my location in it. And I was just like, listen, you need to come and get me ASAP, right?
Swear.
Yeah. So then he comes back, and then he's just like, oh yeah, my cousins are on the way. So I was just like, what is happening?
way.
That's dead. That's so dead.
I was
Sorry.
just like, what do you mean your cousins? Like, this ain't no family reunion. Like, what is going on? So then they come now, and I'm just like,
Were they boys or
hi.
girls?
I think they were a mixture. I think it's like one boy, one girl.
That's so dead.
And then we left now to go to this club. So I'm kind of walking, like the cousins are behind, and I'm just walking, and he's walking, like trying to catch up beside me, innit? And then I'm walking closer to like the road, and then he just comes out of nowhere, and then kind of does that to me, but I don't know who's behind me in it, so I'm just like, what sort of thing? And it's like, oh, you shouldn't be walking on that side. I was like, oh, give me strength.
Goodness me.
Yeah. Date from
Oh
hell.
my
Yeah.
God.
Sorry, man.
Just
Yeah.
let it, Jess, man.
It ain't over.
Oh my god! Head over to the fat lady sings.
Go on.
Go on then, Jess. Go on.
So then we get into this club now, and
Yeah.
it's empty. And then there's like what's it called?
Happens.
Foosball table.
Foosball, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So that's there, and then like him and his cousins are playing on that. These times my friends already told me that he's on his way and he's coming now.
Yeah.
So then I'm just sitting there just...
Did you pay to get in?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just sitting there doing small talk with his cousins, and then my
Yeah.
friend's just like, yeah, I'm outside. So then I'm like to him, oh yeah, like, I got to go. I got work tomorrow. And then he was just like, oh, I'm really sorry that you didn't have a good time. And I was just like, oh no, it's all right. It's not you, it's me.
Oh my
ones.
goodness.
So then he was like, oh, I'll walk you out. So I was just like, all right, cool. And then again, he was like apologizing. I'm so sorry you didn't have a good time. And then, yeah, that was it. Out.
What do you
Gone.
think it was? Do you think it's actually him as his character, yeah? Or do you think sometimes guys do it out of nerves? Like they don't know how to chat to a girl, or
I don't know, because like, again, like he
That
was
story seems
around like
common.
30.
yeah,
So it's just like you should have...
bit of life
like him
skills
older,
now,
innit?
a bit more life experience.
You like the older man?
Oh my days.
But I don't know. I really
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah, that was awful.
That's crazy.
Can I
That's
ask?
crazy.
What do you think? Was there a lesson to learn from this?
Hell yeah.
What was it? What did you learn?
Forget the older man.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Older ain't always
Alright,
better.
cool.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you're single at this age.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Just, no, innit?
Nah.
If they're not fresh out of like a relationship or whatever, like then yeah, there's a reason
makes
why.
Yeah,
sense,
if they're not
yeah.
fresh out of some sort of intense relationship or
Still food.
situation, or
Yeah.
was living with someone, then boy,
Yeah,
you know.
Nah, still.
it's wild. Fam.
Have you not got stories? Because I got one more that was.
I don't know dates.
I've got one quick story
cool.
about
Yeah.
my date fail, but it wasn't the most terrible
Wasn't like
one.
that.
But I remember when I first started driving, I remember some girl followed me on Instagram, and I was like, oh yeah, she's a bit of an influencer. She's got about 20k followers. I was like, oh, she's pretty, blah blah. So I've messaged her now. We've ended up chatting. We linked up, and then I said that we should go to a drive-in cinema because they got one in what's it called? Yeah, they got
Man, no, still.
yeah, went to a drive-in cinema. So driven there now. Bearing in mind, the drive-in cinema was in Alexander Palace. Yeah, and we're in South London, so it was a bit of a journey. So anyway, driven there now. I'm late. Blah blah. You know, you get to London Bridge and then it's just like traffic everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, got there, bit late. We're now rushing to the drive-in cinema. Driven up to the front. Why am my window down? Because I'm about to go up to the security guard to kind of go through the barriers and that.
Yeah.
Why can't I hear opera music? Just in the background.
I know
Just
this
hear
one as
opera
well.
music. Right down the window, some Af guy there, and he was just like, "It's not today, brother. It's not today." I'm like, "No, but I've got the ticket here. Like it says here, Alexander Palace.
Yeah.
Let's, do you know what I mean? It's movie
You
night
know what
tonight.
Aaron gets like when he feels
Do you know what I mean? Like it's movie night tonight. What are you telling me? And then, and bearing in mind, yeah, I've got a little bit of a sweet one in the car. I need this at work. Anyway,
Fresh up.
and then I don't know what told me. Yeah. Let me put a little bit of context to this. I said to her, let's go drive in cinema. She said to me, oh, there's actually one near me that's open. And then she sent me the link for it. So she sent me the link for it, and I just went in and I paid for it because, I went in and I paid for it, but I thought the date of it was correct. Basically, when I got to the front with that guy, he told me, oh, look at the date. It was like September at the time. And the thing was the 18th of October. So I was a whole month early, innit? So after that, we ended up going to a shisha bar. So we drove from there, went to like Greenwich, went to a shisha bar. And then just from there, it was just a bit dry. Like it's when she got into the car as well at one point. She was a little bit of a sweet one, but you know, like it didn't look, she didn't look.
At least she looked nice, bro.
She did to an extent. She looked nice, man, because she had all fake lips.
It's alright. It's alright.
All of that.
It's alright. It's okay.
But no, that's kind of, that was one of my date fails. But but go on, Dan. I know you're pressing to tell this story.
No, it's only a quick one anyway. It's not even a long one. But I can't believe I didn't say this one first. Basically, this was like first year uni, yeah. So what's that, 2011.
Yeah.
And we met on some social media site. I can't remember where it was. And then we started talking on WhatsApp.
Tinder.
No, it wasn't Tinder. Tinder went around them times.
Probably Black
So,
Bieber or something.
I can't remember, man. Something
That's like back in school
Fully on,
time.
was it
yeah, maybe Keek or something like. I don't know, like
yeah.
you know, you see someone and no, it wasn't Keek. What was it?
Kick?
Twitter.
Kick.
Remember
Kick.
Kick?
Oh my
Bloody
days.
Yeah,
Kick.
Kick.
That's the one.
yeah.
Kick. So she's like, we're getting close now. We're
The big
talking
Kick.
on the phone all the time, and you know, like you transition from secondary school to college, and you still talk on the phone and them things. Like you have long conversations. So we're doing all of this pillow talk, and we're doing all of this nice romance and blah blah blah. And I'm realizing, right, like I've known this girl for a few days. I'm not really seeing a lot of pictures of her. And that, do you know what I mean? And these times Instagram weren't really booming for pictures. It was more food and like just taking pictures of a bowl.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
remember how
yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
was?
Yeah.
So I'm like to her, right, like what? I've sent a few pictures of myself, like you know what I look like. Let me see pictures of you. Saw pictures now. I was like, okay, what? It's alright still, you know, you got a nice voice, you got a nice like face going on, you got nice physique and that. So the day comes now, we say we need to link up and that. The day, we're talking every day until this point now, innit? So like, man's invested now, you know what I'm saying? My feelings are there now, do you understand?
love it.
Her feelings are there as well, so it's like, rah. So we meet by Streatham Hill Station, you know. I've driven to Streatham Hill. I've parked my car. I'm texting as I'm walking up. She says I'm outside. And I see her.
You told me this one before.
I see her before she clocks me. And I swear, I wanted to walk past this girl. Fam. I swear to you. And do you know what? That's not how I am as a person,
I know.
innit? But I really, really wanted to walk past this girl because that girl. No.
I felt disrespected as well. innit? You were like, how you?
No, it's mad because she didn't look. It's not the fact that she didn't look like her picture as much. Yeah, it was the fact that her hair wasn't done. You can see the tracks. She came from some part of London in jeggings and the sandals that go between your toes.
And you know the
And her
jeggings
foot
back
was
then as
dry.
well,
There was no toenail, like the toenail polish was chipped.
Oh
Her nails weren't really done. She was looking. I'm not
who
gonna
saw
lie,
the-
yeah.
Bro.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. No disrespect in it, but she was looking mash up in it. Looking mash up. And we're in ends now. We're in my
but-
ends in it.
Yeah.
So we
How'd
go.
you come to a date
like
like
a-
that?
Fam,
a
no,
mash
but
up
this is what I'm
yard,
trying to say. So I'm shot already because man's feelings was invested, bro. Do you understand? And then we go to Streatham Common Park now. Because it was like, all right, what we gonna do? It was a sunny day. What we gonna do? I was like, you know what? I'm thinking about. It doesn't sound nice, but I'm thinking about damage control. 'Cause
Yeah.
where it ends, I don't want to see no one. I don't want to see no one in it. So we go straight on Common Park now. Who do I bump into? My most fiery auntie. My most fiery, like she don't control her mouth. So she was like, "Oh, Daniel." She spotted me, you know. She's like, "Daniel." She's like, "Who's this?" And she's looking her up and down, like, "Who's this?" Like, "This is my friend." Such and such. She's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "What are you doing out here?" I was just like, "Auntie, like, man." She saw it in my eyes. I was like, "Auntie, I'm just hearing it. Like, I'm just hearing it with my friend." Do you know what I mean? She's like, "Okay." So my auntie goes and parks herself in a space where she can kind of see me and my friend. Do you understand? And me and my friend are just talking now, and I'm just conscious that my auntie's looking over. She thinks that this is my girl, and it's not my girl. And I'm just looking at this girl thinking, why did you do this?
Yeah.
Like, why did you leave from where you came from and do this? Do you know what I mean? Like, but if you know you're invested,
Yeah.
you're not gonna go somewhere looking bummy, fam.
And obviously you've been talking.
Do you get what I'm
so you're
saying?
Yeah, because it's
interested.
one thing. It's one thing, yeah, that she didn't look how she looked, but then to not turn up and looking good
Bro, it
how
was
you
nuts.
are.
Like I'm not trying. Like I understand. Like girls wear makeup and that's fine, innit? But you can't have. You know, I don't understand, fam. You can't have one shade hair and the next shade hair, fam.
Yeah, no word.
And it's not. Do you get what I'm saying? And then your hair's looking all tracky, and you try to comb it over. You can see the tracks lifting underneath and all of that, and it's looking nasty. And then your foot's not dry. Your foot's dry.
The thong slippers. fam.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
Bro,
mad,
but
fam.
your foot's dry.
That's it.
Why? And in summertime, grease it, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was the worst one for me. I've had a few bad dates, but that was
Did
the
you
worst.
ask her why, like,
I
why she
couldn't,
did
bro.
that?
You know me, I'm a man that's always like older girls, yeah. She was a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
But like,
Should have known better, fam.
but I just didn't have the heart to say it then, like, why did you do this? But she knew it in my face. She saw it in my eyes. Because the text that I got the same night, some long paragraph, like, oh, I knew you wasn't gonna like me, blah blah blah. And I don't even know what I responded. But I was just thinking like, yeah, you kind of saw it right still, but it's like I didn't want it to come across that way, innit? But it just wasn't. It wasn't the one, man. You could, girls, if you're gonna link a man, you will know. Don't go and look crusty, man. Don't do that, man.
Do you know what?
Especially in summertime. Jeggings and crusty foot, and your hair's lifting.
I kind of had something like that. Yeah, I had like, and this it probably doesn't even answer what your original question was, innit?
Right.
But where did I meet this girl, fam? It was again on some kind of social site, innit? And
So what is the social site?
it's a social site, and because I could tell, because like she wasn't local, innit? And she actually travelled to come and see me like on a train. Obviously, props A star for effort, but like, so she came to see me, and this is quite bad, yeah, but
We got truth, brother.
We have to go through it too.
yeah. So obviously, I knew that in the faces she weren't what I'd usually go for, innit?
She wasn't your type.
She wasn't my type.
His words carefully.
You know what? But you have to.
You have to.
Still.
Yes, it weren't my usual type, innit? But she had batty, you know.
Oh.
So I was like, alright, cool.
Deal breaker.
But, you know, why not? Like, I'm sure you're a
Give and
nice
take.
person. Why not? Yeah. And then, like, so obviously, I've invited her to my house now. This is back in the day, living with my mum and dad or everything like that. I knew my dad's gone to work.
Oh, this is bad.
And my mum has gone to go see one of her friends. I can't remember where, but she wasn't going to be back until late.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
ones.
My brothers are out.
Yeah.
Cool. One,
Like, yeah.
2, they're gone.
Pattern.
I've got the whole house to myself and everything like that.
Freedom.
I said, yeah, all right, yeah. What time you coming? And everything. First of all, she was late, innit? She was meant to come at 4:00. She's all turned up at 7. I was thinking,
That's the guy's biggest pet peeve, you know.
fam,
Lateness.
I was thinking like,
And that lateness as well. 3
Yeah.
hours.
bro,
I tell her go home, man.
no, but do you know what it is?
We got to
Because
like 5. We did like.
But she had come from.
Like Reading.
I want to say, no, not that far. Like, but it's past Bromley.
What, did she sleep over?
Wait, so past Bromley, yeah.
She probably came from like Maidstone or something.
Like probably something like that. But she took a mad train to get here, innit? And when she got to the doorstep, you know when they're like, oh yeah, I'll come off the train now. You're on the phone directing them. Yeah, come through the alleyway.
Yeah.
Second left. You know, when you see the big house with the wooden door on the right. That's mad.
That's
yeah,
me.
no. So obviously she's come now.
Oh my days.
And I open the door. I'm just chilling on the porch, and I'm just like,
But I want to let her in.
yeah, like I was like,
I want to let her in.
it's not what I ordered, fam. Like, I was like, cool. Do you know what
That's
man
the
me this
delivery
one?
got it wrong.
Yeah, fam. Like, because you know
I
what it
was
was? It
missing
was the
it.
tracks that you said in it, and I saw the tracks because it's like
it's peak, you
it's
know.
like she just laid a strand of yeah, fam.
Top bit, innit?
Yeah, and you see underneath.
Fam, I can't stand it.
I couldn't believe it now, yeah.
You take
So
it
obviously
out.
she's come now. She's come late. Whatever. She's just chilling. I'm just like, well, you know, because before that we'd been talking a nasty in it. Which is like,
Yeah.
when you get here,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
what's
yeah,
gonna happen.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
like, we're just
yeah.
talking like, yeah. So
Like, it's about
by that
to
time,
down.
I was just thinking to myself like, all right, either we're gonna just do something,
Yeah.
or it's an early return trip for you, innit? Because you got to go home, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one or the other. And because she was just sitting there, you know, at the edge of the bed,
edge of
just
the
not
bed.
really doing nothing with the
Do you
coat
wanna
on.
take your coat off?
Yeah, with the coat on and that.
You turn up the heating. No, turn up the heating.
That's terrible.
Why are you getting Kate on?
I know it was summer as well because
Outside
7 o'clock it
clothes
was
on
still
my
light in it.
Yeah.
Man, don't have to be putting in groundwork with it,
Bro, and then so she weren't really trying to do nothing in it. In the end, she didn't really do nothing. We lipsed, but again, like she kind of had like the dry mouth corner and
Oh,
and
bro,
that.
how can you?
I mean, like, I was there in it. I'm invested now in it. Like I've spent money.
These times you made her a drink and everything.
Bro.
Mouth's still dry.
You know
Bro.
the dry bit at the corner of your mouth is? That's saliva, bro. It's peak, fam.
She was parched.
Bro,
It's parched. Yeah. Fam. Do you
because
know
she
what?
was hot, she kept on that jacket.
Yeah. Get on the jacket. Should have given to her whatever
give
she was
her a
feeling. Yeah. So I gave her a drink. I gave her food and that.
Yeah.
innit? Well, I say food, like a little snack from custard cream or something. And do you know what? The next thing now, yeah, I hear rattling at the door, innit? My dad come back with his sister in it, and I was thinking, why are you here? One, what my auntie don't even live in London, so one, why are you here? And two, Dad, you're meant to be at work, so why are you here? Nah, I've run down. You know when you run the halfway down the stairs. You're right. So I've gone back. I was like, yeah, Dad. Cool. I'm going back upstairs. Cool. I said, oh yeah, I've got someone upstairs by the way, but it's just a friend. All right, cool.
Yeah,
So he's gonna.
You have to drop it quick.
Just close that real quick.
And you know you spin and you get back upstairs. You're like, anyway. So I've gone back upstairs and now I'm just like, I've made that decision that she's got to go home now, innit? So it's probably about 9 o'clock now, and I think we were quite young, so it's like it's even quite late for her to stay out anyway. And then I didn't really want my dad to see her. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just like,
Can't let Dad down.
yeah.
It's just the talent my son's bringing back.
Fam, it's nuts, fam. That's pressure, you know.
So so my dad's obviously floating around downstairs. You can hear him in the kitchen, in the back room, in the front room.
He went to see, that's right.
Probably. I can't.
You know when they just float. You know when parents are just floating around the house. Just doing
just hoping
bits
that
and bobs,
they cross paths in it. So he's gone into the front room now. Doors closed or whatever.
You thought that's your ticket?
So I thought, yeah, calm. We're exiting now. Yeah, we left, gone downstairs. She gone past the front room door.
Yeah.
Putting on her sandals, and opened the door. She said, "Bye, auntie. Bye, uncle."
She opened the door.
Open the door.
I'm done at it.
I was like, my dad looked at me. He's like,
Jezu.
what? I couldn't believe it.
got
You know?
drapes
I've
it, fam.
never.
You got drapes it.
I was so embarrassed. I was like, yeah, I'll be back.
That's so
I was
peak.
so
That is
embarrassed, fam.
wild, bro. How? What? What's going on?
Yeah.
How can she open his door?
Who gave you
The fact
permission
that
to bust the door?
She didn't even meet them.
She
It's
didn't.
not, it's not like
fam.
you said, oh, hi to them, then you've gone upstairs, and then whatever, and then she's saying bye of just being like
You know, if
polite.
she was paying, your dad would have been smiling, innit?
Yeah.
They
Of
could have been
course,
talking
fam.
about
Of course.
anything as well, you know.
Of course. Yeah.
That's rude. Whoever you are, you're rude.
Did she,
But
did she knock? She did bust it. Did she knock on?
Like obviously, like she knocked and then kind of like
Opened
You know,
it.
you knock and
But
knock and
the
open.
invite
open,
was
yeah.
never there for you to do that.
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
are you doing? We're exiting. Let's
You know
go.
what?
Like,
At least she tried to have manners. But
yeah,
that was-
that's what. Yeah,
tried.
she had manners,
She
But
tried.
it was wrong.
But it was wrong manners.
and I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe
Oh,
it.
that's-
Like,
that's
I know that my dad was just like, but he saw it in my face that I was as disappointed as him. You know what I mean? Like he knew. That,
It was just trying to think. Nothing.
Bro, sometimes.
What you saying, Sienna? You got any stories?
Nah, I don't. Yeah, no, I can remember. Like, I never done dates in it.
Yeah.
Well, I did a few, but they went alright. I don't have any bad
That's fair, bro.
stories on dates. I don't really do them.
With what Sean said about I mean, the person that turned up to his door and how you met someone, Dan, that wasn't how they looked.
I want to walk past.
Yeah, you wanted to- do you think there's a social pressure around having to date in people of a certain caliber, or like
Nah.
people not wanting to show off certain people? Or
Do you know what it is, yeah? For me, let me start from the first bit, yeah? Like, the person that I linked, I wouldn't have minded if I knew what I was getting myself into, innit?
yeah,
Do you understand? I just don't like the deceit. I probably wouldn't have gone to link her, and then nobody's feelings would have had to get hurt, even though I didn't say nothing bad to her. Do you get what I'm saying?
Even if she was done up, fam.
Yeah, no, do you know what I mean?
Should've
But
been
like just the deceitfulness. But in terms of the pressure, I say there's no if you like someone, you like someone. That's your girl, that's your man. Like, no, at the end of the day, if somebody teases you about it, you still got your love. Do you know what I mean? You still got your partner. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I think people have to think about it. I just think like we was talking about in the group chat earlier today.
yeah,
Somebody laughing at someone for wanting to settle down or whatever. That,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. See, I think that's the other side of it, like the social pressure of
like if I choose this person to
if
go
I
on
choose
a
this,
date with,
yeah, like,
I
or
now have to make
even
them
you know, like how you could be dating people and then you go on Instagram and then you see something like, oh well, if he hasn't wifed you after 6 months, like, but you see that little caption or something like that, and it just like feeds into someone's brain that it's obviously that must be true. Like, it's no. It's
I
like,
think, do you know what? I think that is a big influence, bro, in terms of how it shapes how people think and stuff like that. But I just feel like sooner or later you have to realize that social media is not what people think. It's just everyone's thoughts.
no
So you have
one
to have your own mind, sort of
Yeah.
thing. Do you know what I mean? And there is pressure in terms of, I know even back in the day, then let me be real, like someone would like fancy a girl and tell his brethren, or somebody would overhear and someone would be like, he likes that person and she's not nice, or her lips are big, or blah, that. And you'd be looking at the person like, why you being like that? Do you know what I mean? But people have steered from people that they actually like because of what other people have said. But the age that we're at now, I don't think you should be influenced by what other people.
What do you think, Jess?
No, I think that is true. But then again, like, people can just plant that. It only takes that little seed, you know, and then
It's
it can
true.
completely turn you off of that person.
Yeah.
I think, like, even back in school, like, there's some people that I probably looked at back in school at first and been like, oh, okay, you know, you're all, like, you're calm, innit? But they might not be, like, say, everyone's cup of tea, but there's something about them that you might like.
that you personally,
Yeah,
like,
but no one else will see that.
Yeah.
And if you used to say that, and everyone would be like, right, so you like so and so, like,
Yeah.
and then if that gets out, it's a whole,
a wrap, yeah.
It's all about your resilience.
yeah,
It's all about your
Yeah.
resilience.
yeah.
And then the
Trust
thing
me,
is,
trust me.
people do things that they don't even follow by themselves. So
Yeah,
like,
you
say
go.
like online, like people will be like, oh, I'd never do that. But meanwhile, they do it like,
They're-
they're
yeah.
like, oh, I'd never, some girls are like, I shouldn't say girls, guys and girls, some of them are like, I would never let someone treat me like that. Meanwhile, they're getting treated like that.
Yeah.
So,
100.
you know,
Do you know what it is? It's just people got verbal diarrhea. People just want something to say.
Especially on social.
especially
media.
now lockdown,
Yeah,
then people are
especially on
just,
socials.
They'll cuss you down, then you'll get depressed, and then they'll scream mental health. Like that's just the pattern nowadays.
Yeah.
he was so happy, I don't know what happened. Yeah, because you kept chatting shit.
Yeah.
Kept chatting shit online. That's telling people how to think and feel about things. It's disgusting.
No, it's true.
It's not nice, man. I don't like bullies, man. I think that's a form of bullying as well. Like,
And how can you tell someone what they like about someone?
Basically.
Yeah.
Like
Do you know
if
what I'm
I'm meant to like if imagine you're dating someone, yeah, and you really like them, and to the point where you're thinking to yourself, oh, like I can see myself in a relationship, or even further, marriage maybe.
Yeah.
So you're meant to tell me how I feel about a person I could be with for the next 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you tell me that?
and that's my point of view as well. No man can ever tell me that my wife or my person is ugly, because
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I see her is not how you see her, and what she does for me and what we do for each other, you can't even comprehend it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The same way that I can't tell you that the girl that you like or whatever is ugly, but just because I don't think she's attractive.
Yeah.
And she's attractive to
Ugly
you.
doesn't just mean what you're looking at. It's
Exactly,
within
inside
as well.
as well.
Do you know what I mean?
And there's some things that
People won't understand
you
that.
as a person will
Yeah.
see with that person that others won't see in your own moments, in your own time together, your own intimate time or whatever. So,
No, I was just thinking about that meme where I saw someone sent it before when you're sucking breasts and you get it and she holds your head like a single mom in it.
That meme is jokes, man.
but yeah, I think
yeah,
there's a lot
hilarious.
of people that have maybe
Missed out on
like true love or something, or missed out on
100.
being with someone
Yeah.
because they're like, he can't date, that's your best friend, or that's this or that. I
Probably
don't
would have
know.
got on like a house on fire.
Yeah.
100,
Have you ever you feel like you've ever missed out on
Or do you think? Do you feel as if you've ever been in like you've had true love?
No, I don't think I've had true love. Have I missed out on anything? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I like to live like with no regrets. So
Yeah.
yeah, if it was meant to be, then it would have happened. So,
Yeah, yeah.
keep it pushing, I guess.
I hear that. So would you say that if you've been in love, would you say being in love is different to having true love kind of thing? So there's a
No.
true love, like
I think,
there could be a difference.
Yeah,
it
do you know what,
depends.
it depends.
It depends. I think you can think you're in love with someone,
Yeah.
but then it's weird, isn't it? Because I think like even with ages, like when you're young, when you're like in your 15, 16 or whatever, and then you think you your idea or ideology of love just changes as you get older. Do you know what I mean? It gets to a certain point.
It's just because you don't know anything.
Because you don't know any. Sometimes
Your first
because you don't even know any better. It's your best experience at that time. So, I think you can be in love and it be at different stages, and it maybe to you at that time it's true love.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, what is true love really when you think about it? What? Because you love what? Like,
Anytime I hear it,
I got-
in a Disney film, fam.
Yeah.
True love.
what's the truth about the love?
First of all, you have
I
to
think it's
define what
just
love
a
means.
term in it that people use. Like, I don't think it's
My one true love.
there's anything deeper to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think there's deep.
What to true love?
Yeah, I think there's deepness to love.
Really?
I think true.
No. I'm not saying there's not deepness to love. I'm just
No,
saying
that's what I'm saying,
that
true love.
expression, true love. I don't.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me, I
Just
don't
that
feel
same
as
thing,
if.
like twin
I
flame.
do hear you still. I do hear you. I think when they say true love, they mean like
What, like soulmate or something?
what?
Soulmate.
Soulmate.
Yeah. True love.
Probably
and
even deeper than
soulmate.
that.
If you like, but you know how because for example, like you said, when you're in your teens, you got like your puppy love, and then after that, you kind of think, oh, you meet someone, you kind of think, oh, that's the person for you.
Yeah.
And you think you're in love, and then you realize that okay, things didn't really work out, and then you actually find someone that you connect with on a deeper level. Somebody might say, you know what, this is true love because I've experienced all the other forms of love before.
Yeah.
And I now understand what true love looks like in my eyes.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And you can only tell yourself if you found true love because you know the levels of love that you've had before.
So first love
Does that
can
make
be
sense?
different from true love.
And I think it's also because you start to realize how people treat you on the receiving end of it.
Yeah,
so like
there's
when you
different
meet
factors.
when you meet people that you've been in love with and you've experienced that, when you meet someone else that you've now fallen in love with, how they then treat you, you're like, oh, this is familiar, but times 10. Do you know what I think? That makes sense. That you're realizing that this is someone that loves me even more
So real
than
thing.
before. I've experienced that.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard that.
Yeah. So, what do you lot think about? Do broke girls get treated differently to broke guys?
Yes.
So, wait, hold on.
The block with a bang.
Especially on special occasions. So in general, but more so special occasions, seeing as we're talking about Valentine's.
100%.
and
In
all of
general,
that,
100%.
All of that good stuff.
Special occasions, 100%.
Either which way you spin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can spin it right, spin it left.
Why do you think that is?
I feel like you've
Wait,
got
so
this.
I'm just, wait.
I feel like you
No,
guys
I'm
had
just
to-
trying to.
This is
Right.
Jess's time.
So are you lot saying you won't date a broke girl?
No,
No,
so we're
no,
saying
no.
do broke guys get treated differently to broke girls when it comes to like special occasions? So like if you're a broke girl dating a guy that's got a little bit of money, will you get treated differently to how a broke guy dating a
Well,
girl
simply,
that's-
if I was broke, a girl's not really gonna date me. Do you
I
know
think
what
she'll
mean?
put up with you for a little bit, and then it's kind of the thing of they look at you like, oh, right, like you're not
Most
even
I
really
could
doing
offer
anything
sex,
with yourself.
Like, she'll hold out for that. Like that's it.
Sometimes that's when you give the wickedest.
That's what I'm saying.
Wickedest,
Like,
like, when you get
Yeah,
no
but
money.
you-
Do you know what it is? You're playing for the home. You're playing for a place to stay, cuz. That's what a certain man are doing.
No, it's
That's
true.
how
it's
that's
true.
how some certain men are patterning
They
it.
pull out all the
Because
stops, we boy.
they got the good wood when they got no money.
days.
You understand?
Homeless D. But, what do you think?
I just think everybody should be treated equally. So
So, come
no,
on, this
no,
Mother Teresa
no,
act,
but
fam.
it's
Nelson
true though.
Mandela.
Because then, like, if a girl,
Just
no,
like that.
a girl won't like necessarily go for a broke guy. Same way as like the guy should treat the girl how he would have been
Would you
treated
go
if he
for a
was
broke
broke.
guy?
Huh?
Huh?
Say that
I was
again.
asking, would you go for a broke guy?
But what's broke? What are you saying? That he ain't got a job.
Like, yeah, I mean, all he can give you is ideas.
I mean, that's cute.
He's on.
but-
What's the
But
equivalent? What's the word equivalent to EMA?
JSA. JSA. Job
Yeah,
search.
Universal credit.
Yeah.
Universal credit.
Universal.
Yeah, universal credit now.
Oh,
so-
dough money, yeah.
But all right. Let me put it this way. Yeah, if he has, like, if he has genuine ambition and drive, then okay, that's something to work with. But if he ain't got none of that, and it's just like, oh yeah, I wish, or should, coulda, wouldas, then nah.
Yeah, no, I
Time
respect
for
that. I respect that.
Do you think
Yeah.
is there an expiry on that?
On
Definitely,
the drive.
yeah, definitely.
So if you're getting 6 months in, you're like nothing's changed really. Or,
Not even that. If I don't see anything, like you ain't showing me like this is like I have plan A.
yeah.
But
and
you won't
ain't
always see
showing
that,
me
though.
how you're getting there or anything, then you're wasting my time. I'm not about to fund
But
your
have you
dreams
seen
like that.
Insecure?
Insecure.
Yeah, the series.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think like you could deal with that Issa and what's the guy's name? Lawrence situation.
I feel like he had potential though. And
Yeah,
it was-
she
just couldn't wait. I think was it.
Do you know what it was? It was he. You could see that he was trying, but he just wasn't getting anywhere. He was trying.
That's
Wait,
fine,
whoa,
innit?
whoa,
God
what
loves
we
a
talking about?
trier. Then cool.
So have you
But
watched?
if you ain't putting no effort in, then
Yeah. All right. So basically, let me just explain for these two losers that don't watch
you guys
TV.
really ain't seen it.
What is it?
Insecure.
What is that?
It's a show.
Oh, I've
by
heard of the
Issa-
show.
Issa
It's
Rae.
quite good.
Oh
What-
yeah,
what-
do you know
what's it on?
I've watched a couple episodes, the first couple.
man.
Fam, you need to
Yeah,
watch
I've not
it.
watched all of it.
Not a Netflix thing,
You need to
no?
watch all of it.
Nah,
fam.
you can probably get it on Prime.
It's good though. It's
Google
good.
it.
Swear down, like that. Okay, what link?
Mr. World Premiere.
Oh,
Yeah, Mr. World Premiere. They should
Yeah.
they should all be on there if they ain't been deleted.
Alright, send me the
Yeah.
link in it.
Yeah. But so a guy and a girl going out. The guy is obviously, the typical. He's working on the app. If it catches on, it's gonna blow. But he's just
Yeah.
never had that
That break.
that break. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually things break down between them. So it's kind of one of those ones. But again, that's the situation where there's a limit on the drive. Do you know what I mean? She couldn't wait. Whereas now, if you look at the role reverse with a girl, if a girl was just still waiting for a big break, how long is the guy supposed to wait?
Mm.
And if he doesn't wait, he's now going to be classed as a bad
The
guy.
bad
do you know
guy,
what I mean?
yeah, no word.
He ain't a
How
bad
could
guy.
you leave her in that kind of state?
Yeah.
She's vulnerable.
It's mad, isn't it? Because when you think about it, like, I'm thinking about if I've ever dated someone or gone on a date and I'm finding out what she does for work or whatever, I don't really. It's not one of the selling points unless she tells me that she's doing kind of like something where I think to myself, right, if I took you seriously, yeah, like we can't in the next 5 years we can't really talk about moving out together, like because you're not really there. You're still on the
different.
weekend pay money, weekend job money. Do you know what I mean? So, but I don't. Yeah, I think broke guys do get treated a lot differently to broke girls.
Yeah.
There's a lot more leniency when it comes to broke girls.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
and then it's the thing of where it's like broke guys after a while they won't get like she might start talking to her guys. She might start talking to her girls about him and how she's hearing that her girl is being taken out here, there, everywhere, and now she's sitting there thinking to herself, well, this guy that I'm dating,
He ain't doing nothing for
he
me.
ain't doing nothing for me.
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing.
It don't.
Do you guys
Does it?
think?
I don't think so. I think that girl that you're describing is just insecure and shallow, hella shallow.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not always about wine and dine.
But that's
Stay at
what's
home
been
sometimes.
projected a lot of the time, though.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you think that a lot of the time broke girls shame a lot of broke guys
Yeah, definitely.
because broke girls know how to hustle better? Do you reckon?
I
Yeah,
don't agree.
yeah.
I don't think broke girls know how to hustle better than.
Kind of, yeah. They can get a whole free meal.
So could a broke guy if you really wanted
No,
to.
not really.
No.
Because if I was,
If I needed to eat and I had no peace, I could definitely get a free
Yeah,
meal.
we know you. I'm joking.
You're a dickhead.
No, but I feel like, alright, cool. We could get like if we was broke and we was out, yeah, we could get a meal for that night or whatever, cool. But I feel like a girl could pattern at least a week stay.
Hustle, fam.
You know what I mean? Like show a little breast. The OnlyFans is flipping hustle, fam.
I hear
I'm
you.
talking about girls that are like, you see when a man them is broke,
Yeah.
he's broke, innit? I'm talking about girls like that. Like all she has to do is buy a nice dress of what's
Pretty
the-
Little Thing,
Pretty Little
£5.
Thing.
What they
or
call it? Little black,
House of
little black
CB
dress.
or whatever. One of those
£5.
dresses. Go to a dinner date with him and
Secure the bag.
secure the bag.
Yeah.
And she's eating good. And all she
Giggling.
has to do, pattern up her Tinder or her Hinge, and she's got 5 dates for the week. She's eating
Sorted.
every day that week. Man.
Bro, look
Do you
at
understand?
that.
You should see. I've
Monday.
seen.
And there's some guys on roster like that still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the girls are flexing sometimes. You know,
And there's some guys that like doing it. That's the thing.
But
They like
exactly,
like going out and dating girls, and some girls are like, well, if I don't, he's gonna take someone else out.
Usually you find the broke girls usually you find some of the broke girls are the ones that are like, well, if my man doesn't do this and doesn't do that and blah blah blah.
See, that's all bullcrap to me. I hate that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
me
You
too.
can't
Yeah.
expect to Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's got to drive a range.
What do you drive?
Do you have a license?
Yeah.
Like,
100.
No
make
word.
it make sense. Like,
But that's the thing these days.
Oh,
though,
he's
like,
got to be over 6 foot, but he's not your dad's 5'4". Like,
You know what I mean? It's double
humble
standards.
like your
because-
mum.
I'm like your mama.
I saw something the other day, and I think it was a tweet, and it was like somebody was saying that girls want men to sort of hold the traditional side of providing and whatever, but they don't want to hold up the traditional roles of a woman. If that makes sense.
Do you know what?
Want the
I get the
best of both
sentiment in
worlds.
that, yeah.
And I think that's wild because I thought about it and I was like, you know what? This person onto something, you know?
Yeah, in the sense that I feel like women have felt a lot more empowered over the last decade or two, which, you know, rightly so.
Of course.
But with that has now come, because all right, put into context as well. Sometimes I speak to my mum, yeah, and then she says certain things about like the generation of girls now, where it's a bit like they're so, some of them are so concerned about trying to match up with what everyone else is doing, whether it's guys, mostly like what guys can do, that they're forgetting that. Not that they have, I hate to say it because it sounds like I'm being misogynistic, like they got a role to play, but
they do. Yeah.
but they do in a way. Like we've got the gender roles are a real thing, and it doesn't mean that you can't do something. I'm not saying that you can't put up that shelf.
No,
but you can't do, but you can. But let me do it.
Breastfeed. A man can't breastfeed.
Yeah.
That's a role that only a woman can do.
That is nuts.
Yeah, but when it comes to the things that we can maybe do that we can both share together, like I'm not saying you can't do it, but you know, let me do it because that's kind of
That's your role.
that's my role.
Do you know what? It's you're right in what you're saying. It's not like we're not saying that you can't do the same things that guys do or some of the things that guys do. But if you're in a relationship or you're with somebody, you don't actually need to take on that role if he's able to do it for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just
Get what you're
think
saying.
that it's...
Yeah,
I feel like if you've been in a situation where like you've grown up kind of looking after yourself and then someone's come or
It's hard
like,
to adjust,
yeah,
yeah.
it's hard to adjust in them type of situations. It's hard to adjust. It's hard to pass over the baton if you've been holding it for a long time. Do you know what I mean?
It's true.
But then again, that's where you're either going to meet the right person and find out how to kind of balance that, or you're going to come into conflict with someone and then just
You're right,
end up separating.
'Cause I remember when I was working as a delivery driver, yeah, and I was delivering a heavy package to one lady in Streatham Hill, and I put the package to the door, rang the doorbell, she opened the door, and I proceeded to lift the heavy item and just bring it inside for her. And she's like, "What are you doing? What, you think I can't do it myself?" And I was like, "Excuse me, miss." I said, "Look, we're all black in it." I said, "We have to look after one another." I said, "All I'm doing is being a gentleman and helping you lift a heavy item because I know it's heavy. You might not be able to manage it.
I would
I'm not
have
saying you
dropped
can't
down
do
my
it."
foot.
She said, "Do you know what? I'm sorry." I actually had to tell her, like, why are you moving mad? Like, all I'm trying to do is help and do my job. And you're trying to run me down
But
because...
that's not even just doing a job though. That's something that's in you.
being
innit?
courteous.
Yeah, but,
I mean,
but
that's
you get what I'm saying? But like, how are you gonna shout? How are you gonna cut down the next man?
Yeah,
because he
for
wants
trying
to
to
help
help,
you.
exactly.
That's somebody that's got issues, but
But that's
You know what I'm
that's what happens a lot nowadays, though. It's like it's that defensive all goes up straight
that's
away. It's like
sad.
I'm not saying you can't do that, but just let me
here.
do it. I'm here. You might as well let me do it. I'm here.
it's all just a mess, isn't it? When we think
Yeah.
about it, this
But-
is a fat mess. Am I saying the world is tapped to, but it's, it's
No,
nuts.
it's true.
It's
Yeah.
crazy in this dunya, you know, Jay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I hear that.
Do you
But
think
there's
that-
still
Offering
certain
steak
things
and
that-
giving chicken, fam. That's nuts. I think that is so wild.
Wild, isn't it?
Bro, I'm
She's
mad.
there thinking,
That's
she's
not
going,
left
you know,
my
she's
mind
going,
since we spoke about
going
it, you know?
steakhouse in Piccadilly Circus, and these times it's Nando's, getting the
But
full
it's the
platter.
audacity. Man said, man
I didn't
asked.
even bring it up.
Steak.
He said,
versus
"Do you like
chicken.
steak?"
Yeah.
He's like,
He
"Oh
asked
yeah, I
me.
like steak."
Steak versus
Nah,
chicken.
because you know when you're excited as well, all week thinking to yourself,
got-
"Oh, do you know what? I want a steak." Like you've told me now
I lie.
about steak. Now I've got it on my mind, and then you're gonna take me Nando's.
To get 4
Taking
fries.
the piss.
Every came up. Nah, you're moving mad.
Actually, wild.
Telling him to get a cup for water,
Actually wild.
put a fizzy drink in it. Nah, man.
I know you was vexed when you went to go get your drink, putting the ice in
I
the
didn't get
glass.
up.
Oh,
Right, you
Yeah,
better
nah.
bring the sauces over
Yeah,
here.
Bring it
Yeah,
to me.
go get my cutlery, bitch.
Get the cutlery, everything.
ASAP.
ASAP.
I heard that.
So do you not think that? Do you think that in with Valentine's coming up, do you think that people are going to be treating it differently this year? Do you think in lockdown?
In lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think people are going to be doing more guess more walks, more Netflix and chill.
More
Like, how
trips.
do you meet someone now? Do you know, this is the other thing I was thinking, because you can sign up to Tinder, you can sign up to Hinge, and you can start
that's-
talking to people. But then it's like,
Where do you go?
where do you go? Like, you know,
Are you even allowed? Well, yeah.
yeah.
you're
Well,
not
I was
allowed to,
thinking
fam.
like before, obviously Corona and everything and lockdowns and restrictions. If a guy said to a girl, like, do you want to come around to mine? Like on one of the first kind of occasions or whatever, or second, it's kind of like, oh well, you're coming, you know, you're not
Hella
serious,
full,
you know,
yeah, hella
you're
full,
coming
yeah.
for one thing. But now it's like, well, do you want to come round to chill so we can sit and maybe like I can set up a little table and you can have dinner and blah blah blah. And that's kind of like the new norm, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, with everything changing and we're adapting to a new normal, again, like back in the day, sex on the first date was kind of looked at in a negative way.
Like,
Nowadays, it's kind of like, it's almost a norm sometimes. There's nothing wrong with it. I think back in, like, where we used to, if we ask someone, oh, okay, as a first date, come to my yard, you know, it's going to go down and that's all it is kind of thing. Sometimes something more might come out of it, sometimes not. But then as we move on with a new normal, sometimes I think going forward, maybe there's going to be different variations of, you know, come to my yard kind of thing. It's like, all right, come to my yard, I'm going to cook for you.
Yeah.
Or we're going to watch a film or maybe a more exotic Netflix and chill kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be different variations of it, and we're gonna learn to accept that, and then it's gonna be natural, because again, the way that we've had to adapt over the last year or so, is it been more than a year? No, it hasn't been more than a year. Yeah. Well, yeah, the way we've had
couple
to,
months, innit?
yeah. So the way we've had to adapt to it now, it's going to become the norm, and then you're going to find more and more people are being asked out to go to the yard for first dates. Do you know what I mean?
Or
And it's
Zoom
not
calls.
going to be it's not going to be on a disrespectful vibe or.
but that's literally
That's
that's
the
all you
option.
can do.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Or you
yeah.
can go for a walk, but then how many walks can you do really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, especially
Yeah.
when it's cold.
Well, that's
You
the
know,
thing.
girls don't like to be cold anyway, so it doesn't-
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just thinking about when it's cold. You know it's cold. I know it's cold. I tell you to put on a jacket. You don't want to put on a
Don't
jacket.
give it to her.
You go outside. You're cold, and you want me to give you a jacket.
Yeah,
So
or you're
overall-
there shivering, and it's like,
I know,
and you know
but
what
then-
girls like when girls are cold, yeah, they don't really want to make that much conversation. Not to say they won't make conversation, but it's like they're so focused
stand
on
there.
being cold
Yeah.
that it's just like, me being cold is ruining everything.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. But yeah, I just feel like we'll learn to accept that that's how things are gonna be, and our
For
daughters
now-
are probably gonna be asked to go on first dates to a man's
To a
yard.
house, yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
or Zoom dates.
Can you imagine a Zoom date? Oh my
Bro.
days.
Oh, sorry, I was even gonna say, like, again, if I was chatting to a girl from Barking, I'm not gonna go to Barking for a walk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you?
that's- yeah.
You know what I mean? So-
But I do have to say, like, I started talking to people during the lockdown. People sounds bad, innit?
You're on your stuff.
Right, sometimes
Wow.
you can't put your
Wow.
eggs in one basket.
Is that
innit?
it?
Sometimes you got to put a couple baskets.
Yeah,
I hear
that's
that, I hear
crazy.
that.
Mini eggs.
No
So
judgment
I
around
started
here.
talking
Do you,
to
innit?
somebody, and then that was like, say, like the first official lockdown. So I remember, like, we kind of had, like, you could call it like a date night. So we literally was watching the same film at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there was
mad.
nothing else that we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use that
Really?
Netflix thing? You know, where you can link up at the
I
same
don't
time.
think
You do it on
that
Netflix
was- I
or
don't think
Amazon
that was,
It might have been out,
available,
at the
yeah.
time, innit?
So
Yeah.
we literally may have each other on mute and then be like, ah ha 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 ha. You know, it lags, innit? So yeah, you just gotta work around it.
That's wild.
Really, but it was nice. It was different.
Yeah.
And it was nice. Or like doing like even games online in it when like
Yeah.
house party was popping
yeah.
as well, doing stuff like that.
House party, but that died out so quick, man.
I didn't even use house party. I haven't used
Yeah,
house
Clubhouse, I
party or
don't even-
Clubhouse
I
or
don't even-
none of them. I've not used none of them.
First lockdown, it was alright.
Do you know what? Twitter killed it all for me, man. I saw what was going on and I said, I'm not involved.
I'm not having no part of
I'm not
this.
having no part of this because my head already hurts as it is.
But yeah, it's been okay. And then say like coming towards August, September, I started seeing someone else. because I'm allowed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on.
come
Come on.
Do you
Speak your truth.
Nobody's coming for you, fam.
Listen, Jess
I'm
is a
making
good
sure
girl.
because
like.
it's ready.
reassurance,
I'm gonna
innit?
make sure, you know.
Jess
She's
is a
always
good girl. She
ready.
can do what she
Little
likes.
judgment,
Yeah?
Big 2021.
Let her do what she
Yeah.
likes.
So that was okay as
she's
well.
grown.
It was a bit different because that's when like walking to the restaurant, you got to have face mask on and all sorts. And then like even approaching him, I was just like,
Just kind of don't know what to do,
like,
innit?
Don't
Yeah.
hug me, like back up, keep your
Oh,
space,
that's so sad,
sort of
man.
thing. No, but I've always kind of been
Oh yeah,
Like
you
that
don't
as
like
well.
PDA.
That respect. No,
Yeah.
just respect the space in it.
Yeah.
Though.
Fair.
But yeah, it's been going quite well, nice. Like we did a drive-through comedy show thing.
Oh, this is
Oh.
is you still seeing this guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How long is it? How long is it?
Wait, man, like, yo, hold it down. It's
Doing your thing, Jess.
Doing your
Oh
thing.
my days.
No, but a question though. After, as soon as Boris says that, things are going, like, you can do your thing.
I'm staying in my yard, bro.
You
Until
got
it
to
calms down.
let the
I
others
get-
go out
yeah,
first.
yeah.
No, I get that.
Guinea
I
pigs.
get that. But do you see how, like you said, when you meet the person, you don't really know whether it's a spud thing, whether it's a hug thing, or whether it's
yeah.
just a.
You okay?
Yeah, you're right.
Nice to meet you.
Stay over there, mate. It's 2 meters.
You say it's that's
Good.
that's going to
Like,
continue.
yeah. Are we just gonna forget that, or
I think people are gone, Jess.
I was gonna say with like, it depends on what kind of relationship I have with that person. If you're a stranger, hell no.
yeah?
If I know you, like if it's you guys, I'm gonna embrace you lot regardless, because like I know your lot's lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? I know you're not all out here
Oh,
doing
you can't
the
do
most
that.
sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it just depends on.
But then
person.
even
Yeah.
down to handshake, like, or
Yeah.
handshake or spud, like sometimes I don't know whether to
Go for a spot.
whether to put the spud or whether to go the elbow,
With the elbow,
whether to,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think people go on then.
So I was gonna say, if you're not my immediate circle,
Yeah.
or my family, forget it. It's just a
Yeah.
cool, or maybe a little
elbow thing, yeah.
You get me? But if it's my people's, then I'll embrace you. Like
Yeah.
Jess said, I'll embrace you and show love. But other than that, I'm not in it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I had COVID. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna die, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fam,
no,
I
it's
thought I
serious.
was
No,
a
it's
goner.
serious, it's serious.
I'm laughing because I actually
It's not even
seriously
banter,
thought I
fam.
was a goner, fam.
I know
Do you get
me and Dan
Yeah.
had COVID at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was
Peak.
messaging him like I thought I had it bad, and I
Yeah.
did. And then I'd heard Daniel, and I was like, nah, this is.
Do you know what?
This is-
On a real-
I heard,
Right.
people were telling me about how you lot were, yeah, and obviously because I was around you at the same time,
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself like that. Like in the group chat, yeah, you know how I was getting paranoid.
Yeah, I know.
No, but like if you look
Nah,
at the
but
dates, yeah,
look at the dates.
if you look at dates, I spotted man at this time. No,
But that's why it's so mad, because when you start
upset, fam.
tracing it back, you're like,
It's nuts.
it's
innit?
mad. It's mad.
We don't realize how many people we come into contact with.
Yeah,
on a daily
and
basis.
how many
Yeah,
people
it's
are
true.
carriers
It's
and
nuts.
this and that. But I feel back to what you said as well is that they've done studies where they've said that people are becoming more socially awkward because of this whole COVID. So people don't know how to interact with each other as much. So they don't know how to really talk to people. Especially they were talking about kids and how wearing masks and everyone wearing masks, you can't see people's facial expressions.
Yeah,
And that is a massive thing when you're having conversations with
Yeah.
people, and it's making kids kind of not like they're learning to not be. I don't know how to interpret. I guess
empathy.
people's
Yeah.
their emotions.
expression,
And,
yeah.
because you can't see any expressions. It's
That's
really
dangerous,
mad.
you know. The next
Yeah.
gen is actually it's peak, fam.
Yeah,
they're
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
Depends how,
blank,
yeah,
they're
especially
gonna
how
be
long.
blank.
Depends how long this carries on
Yeah.
for. We remember we were all laughing at sometimes certain Asian people sitting on a train 5-10
Yeah.
years ago for wearing a. Why are you wearing a mask on the underground?
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
like you look extra.
They knew.
Yeah.
So I think it came from when they had what was it, bird flu or swine
Yeah,
flu?
yeah, smart. Yeah,
One of them.
one of them things.
They had it and they was wearing them from them, but they
Yeah.
brought it over to England.
So do you
Listen,
guys
let me
think
not
your
even stop.
hygiene levels have gone up since?
100%.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think
It was high- it
I
was
think
high
I'm more
before.
conscious now because I've always been a clean person.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just
More
more
conscious,
conscious
yeah.
about
Yeah, that's-
what
yeah,
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll make sure like I got hand sanitizer in the car. I might have had it like in one of my bags
Yeah.
or something like that. But I maybe wouldn't always make sure it was in the car, like in the little thing. No,
But then you see this now, yeah. So you see how I'm gonna make 2 points. So the first one is that it's funny how people would be on edge with say people wearing, you know, hijab and covering their face and everything like that. But now everyone's asked to wear a face mask. That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing. Now the second thing is
preach.
You know what that is.
the second thing, is I went to work the other day and I was dropped to the station. Obviously, I'm in a rush in it, so I need to hurry up and move. I forgot my mask in it. So everywhere when I went into the station, when I got on the train, when I come off, when I interchange, when I get on the next train, everyone is just looking at me like, like as if I have it. Do you know what I mean? And I get that.
I'll be looking at you as well.
I get that. I get that. But and then it's almost a thing where it's like I could. There was no point on that journey that I could stop to then go and ask someone, unless I was asking everyone if they've got a mask. You know, like,
Did you take it though?
Huh?
Did you take it?
No, you know, like if you go to
Go to, like, a station, and they
they'll have, like,
and,
little stations
you ask
and that.
someone like, have you got one, and they got it in the box and that. Like there was, because I was late. Obviously, my priority is getting to work.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm just gonna carry on doing my thing. And the worst thing about it is that when I got to where where I work, there were plainclothes officers, ready to give out fines, innit?
Oh, stress.
Oh, no.
And there was so jokes because I came in with my headphones, and I was just bopping, just listening to my thing in it. And he goes, "You got a mask, mate? You got a mask?" And I said, no, I don't. He's like, "Why not?" I thought that was gonna be it, innit? So I just carried on. And he's like, "Why not?" And I said, "All right, hold on, let me take off my headphones." And he was just talking to me, saying that, you know, is there a reason why you don't have it? You need to make sure you have it and all this. But he allowed me because obviously I work at that area. But at the same time, someone else probably wouldn't have allowed me, been like, right, you're getting this fine. Some people even listening to this probably think that I should get a fine for not having my face mask. But at the end of the day, for me, my priority was I knew face masks are at work. My priority was getting to work. You know what I mean? But I just felt so awkward trying to get to work that day.
I think with that, it's 6 to 1, half a dozen of the other, because it's different when you're traveling on public transport and like in your own mode of transport. Because, like myself, I've not been back on public transport since I've had COVID. Yeah, that's because I'm quite apprehensive about it. And if I was to see it, knowing that I've had it, and knowing what I had gone through, and knowing that close ones to me have had it as well, and loved ones and stuff, if I saw somebody on public transport without their mask, I'd be really angry. Not because I think they have it. Yeah. But the chances are like,
you haven't taken that precaution.
Do you get what I'm saying? That precaution. Yeah, and just in case, sometimes you might not know that you've got it. You might not know that you've got it. And you could just be... I know that a face mask is not really going to make a massive difference, but it does make a difference.
I get that. But do you know what? Obviously, in my situation, it's not the same as every other situation. But my one was genuinely like, I would have taken... Normally, I have it in my bag. I didn't have it in my bag because I left it. I left the one that's in my bag at home, and the other one that was in the car. Obviously, I was leaving in a rush, so I'd just gone in it. And most of the time I have a face mask. You know what I mean? So it was a genuine mistake.
Just
kind of thing. But I felt on edge, and then even when I was on the train one time, one uncle told these guys that obviously, can you put your face mask on, innit? And it almost ended up in a fight because it's like the guy didn't want to put his face mask on. Just like, so those are just like the kind of outcomes that can happen on public transport over this thing.
But again, like sometimes you don't have a mask, and you know it's a bit of a problem. I remember I pulled up in was it Tesco's, big Tesco's, and I was in the car. So I've driven in now, parked up everything. I'm like, ready to get out. No mask. So I've had to make a makeshift mask. I had a hoodie on. I've like put my jacket over, and then I've like wrapped the arm of the sleeve around my face to make like a scarf sort of thing. And then like I'm walking around Tesco's with like sort of like a lump on the top of my back, looking like a hunchback. And it's just like all of this that I'm going through just because I needed like some essential, I needed some milk and things like that. Just like the world we're living in is just so. Everyone's on edge at the moment.
Yeah, it's peak.
But I get it.
Like media as well, and
it's a bit of scaremongering. It is. But you know, like we said, having experienced COVID and things like that, I get why people are scared. But equally at the same time, there's a lot of false news and a lot of different things.
Do you know what I noticed? That every conversation that we have nowadays just
Relates
returns to
sometimes,
COVID. Like, that's
Yeah,
just
it's
what
true,
it does,
isn't it?
Like,
Tired of it.
It's
fam.
true because
On the
every
news-
time you're listening to even like the news, I listen to a lot of LBC when I'm driving around sometimes, just different conversations, and then it's always to do with COVID. It's like I can't remember a time where the news comes on, the
you
news
don't
at
get
6, and they're not talking about COVID. They're talking about, you know, when they used to talk about things like, I don't know, like this year the strawberries aren't growing as well because the harvest season hasn't been that good. And like I just miss like, little stories like that.
yeah.
I heard that.
Okay, so first of all, I can't believe that I didn't draw attention to this, but can we just appreciate my man like Axe's drip?
Oh,
right?
Don't
my
start.
days.
Can we just can we just like
Body woman.
I don't know.
Did
like-
anyone notice the specks of paint match the chain?
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
bro,
clocked, you know.
bro.
Yep. Smells like money.
That's that. That's
no
that
specs.
money.
Is that drip? Is that drip?
A Miri
You
G's.
done?
In hell.
Are you done?
Those are Miri G's.
Thank you, Jess.
Oh,
But you got
my
a
days.
Dior hoodie on.
Huh?
You got a Dior hoodie.
Okay, that's a hoodie.
Yeah.
That's a hoodie.
Okay.
You got two.
That's why you got this hoodie from.
Yeah, oh, you did. Looking after me in that.
Nah,
Yeah, what
I
now?
just plugged you. That's all.
What now?
That's the drip master, fam. Bit hot now.
Let's talk about your
Oh,
vans. Let's talk about your vans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
Look like they got starch.
Alright, fam. No, they're there, fam. They're high top.
look
They're
how
high
fresh
top.
they are.
They're high top.
They got starch in
Yeah,
there.
they're high top. What? They're high top. It's fine. It's
How
fine.
come trainers? How come vans?
Bro,
like
I
they
don't
got
know,
starch in
fam.
there? That is funny.
Taking a piss, fam.
All jokes
Getting on
aside,
to
your
me,
body
fam.
woman's wavy. though.
It's
Safe,
wavy,
man.
fam.
That's
It's
safe.
wavy.
Safe,
Give me
lads.
one, please.
Huh?
Give me one.
Leave me a 5-1.
Hey, do you know what?
Things
Yeah, I
are
had a
right
look at
now,
the
Aaron,
podcast.
I keep
The podcast account
telling
is a
you-
bit empty
I
still.
keep-
The podcast account's a bit empty.
I keep
like.
telling you lot that, you know, podcast is doing well. I flew out to Greece end of last year.
Nah, I heard that,
Off the
fam.
podcast money. You lot did not want to believe me.
You know what? I should look at receipts more still.
Listen, I keep telling you lot about monetize this, monetize that. Man, monetize that a long time ago.
Oh shit. No, but where are we? So yeah, we're gonna talk about embarrassing stories now, yeah. So obviously everyone's got an embarrassing story. Yeah, everyone's human. But the twist to this now, the twist to this is that one of our co-stars they're gonna say a word, and then we have to talk about an embarrassing story regarding that word, right? So, who's going first?
Just.
Yes.
It was like in school, you know when
Daniel.
the teacher asked a question
yeah.
and everyone looks away.
Daniel,
You're the guest.
Ladies first, you know that?
trusted you. See
you're
that?
the
See that
guest.
sneaky? See
Was that
I said?
sneaky?
Didn't I say
Was
you're gonna
that
throw me
sneaky?
under
I
the
mean,
bus?
that was straight. Like,
Straight
Was that
to it.
sneaky?
if you say backstabbing, that was front stabbing. So if you weren't
That's not
sneaky about it,
sneaky.
it's fine, fam.
Come on,
But
man.
anyway,
You're the guest. We need you to
Who
speak.
would like to call out a number so that I can?
What's it, numbers
go
between?
right up to 9.
Up to 9, so 1 to
Like,
9.
there's no yeah, go on. Yeah, 1.
Shall I-
Yeah, between 1 and 9.
7.
7.
So what, is
So
it
get-
just one person or there's not a vote on what?
Nah,
Oh,
it's just
okay.
you. So you have to give us an embarrassing story regarding the fetish.
Oh shit.
I don't really have one. Though. Honestly.
So either you have a fetish or someone has had a fetish about something that.
That smile tells you.
I like
No,
that smile.
no.
Nuts.
This smiles because I'm being so like honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
So no one tried to like suck your toes or something like, or
No.
And if you like put your
I thought he was
kick
about
them
to
in
say
the
yes,
face.
you know.
I thought you were about to say yes.
Honestly.
like golden showers. No, no, that's a fetish, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
First and foremost, have you got any fetishes?
No.
You have no fetishes?
why are you smiling?
You're a liar, bro.
You're
Do
a
you know
liar.
what?
You're a liar.
I'm being
Liar,
honest.
liar.
I'm being
liar.
honest. I don't really have like a fetish. Like I'm not into like toes. No, I don't like feet. Like
Batty.
no.
You look like getting aggravated now.
Hey, why you sitting forward for?
Like she's ready to attack now, isn't
If
it?
you,
Start
alright,
shit.
so
No, I
if
don't
you're-
like-
if you're
I don't
dating
like
someone,
nothing.
if you're dating someone, yeah,
Yeah.
6 months in, yeah, adequate time,
Easy. To
okay, and he asks you, can you put a finger in my bum? Are you doing it?
No, because no, to be honest, yeah, the bum is just literally.
It's off, innit?
Yeah,
that's like
that's
me,
questionable.
still.
It's
No
just
limit.
like,
Fire and brimstone.
yeah,
No edge.
Allow that.
yeah.
So what? No fetishes whatsoever. None at all.
No embarrassing stories.
No embarrassing stories at all.
No nipples.
Maybe even if it's not even nothing to do with the word. Maybe if you just have an experience that that you deem as embarrassing.
To deal with a fetish, though.
No, like obviously you said you got no fetishes, but so just give us an embarrassing story.
No.
Yeah, like has
another
something.
one.
Alright,
Have you
cool.
been
Give
in
me
a
another
moment
number.
of-
Give me another number.
Okay, 4.
Alright, so discipline. An embarrassing story about discipline. It could be discipline from your parents, from school.
Ever get badded up?
Bad it up from a friend.
Not really, but the point that Sion left, I don't know if you might know it. Do you remember that time when
Can you explain it, please?
Yeah, can you explain it? I don't know.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
Because
sorry.
Sean's one person. There's another 3 here. So can you please
I
elaborate?
know, but I don't know,
Another how many
I
out
don't know
there?
if that counts though. That's why I just wanted to see, like,
But go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, girl.
Go ahead, girl.
oh, this is embarrassing.
Say your truth, girl.
Talk your shit.
Right,
Yes.
so, Sean, do you remember the time when I called you and I said the guy said to spell it and I was very confused?
Talk. Hey, listen. Speak up. Say
Speak
your
to the
chest,
mic.
bro.
Hold on.
To the mic. Listeners did not hear that.
Hey,
Did I hear that
Hold
right?
on, I didn't even hear it. I
Say
didn't
your
hear it.
chest. Come
Say it
on.
with your chest.
Come
Go
on,
on,
come on.
Jess. You've said it already. So you
I can't hear you.
so
I
you
can't
called
hear
up Sean.
Okay, so I
Do you want me
was.
to help you with the mic?
It's cool. So
Is that what you was talking about?
sort of. So right, I was out on a date. Yeah, finally, yeah.
Cool, good. Yeah,
Does that count?
Come talk, man.
Yeah. Say your thing, man. Yeah.
Come on, do the story.
Yeah.
But it's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing for me though.
Yeah,
Sorry,
talk your
let's
thing,
say-
fam.
yeah,
Talk your
let's hear the
thing. Talk your
story.
thing.
Let's
All
hear
right,
it.
cool.
Man, we're ruining the vibe, man.
All right.
Ruining it.
So I was out with this guy, and then we went back to like I don't know. We went back to some
Humble
place that
abode.
he owns. Yeah, put it that way, right?
Bando.
And we was just chilling, I think we were playing blackjack and whatnot, and then, oh my
Kind of- what kind of
god!
What kind of blackjack?
Strip.
Strip.
Nah. It was all like
Kind of crazy.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go on.
So it's more like truth or dare, kind of like you lose, then truth or dare. It's sort of-
Okay.
Yeah.
Blackjack, truth or dare, or just.
Yeah.
Oh, that's new.
This
Isn't
is,
it? Girl, say less.
yeah. So then one thing led to another,
What happened?
And then, like, I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh.
Go on, Jess.
So then, like, he whipped it out.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, spilled it. I was like, what? Spit on what? And he was just like, yeah, spilled it. And I was just like, I don't know what. What you mean? Like, what do you want me to do? And I was just like, what? You want me to like... And then he was just like, yeah. And I was just like, I can't do that.
That is funny. I
can't do that.
I can't lie.
So this is so embarrassing.
It's alright. I can tell a similar story
So
afterwards. Go on.
then like I was just like, I put my hand closer to my mouth and was just like,
She spat in her hand and put it on the thing. I am done. No, you are so funny, Jess.
That is
so
nuts.
then I was just like, this is what, like, that was the first ever, like, I've never experienced anything like that or someone
wow.
asking me that
Yeah, that's
before,
nuts.
innit? So I was just so baffled. So then I called my best friend and I was just like, is that normal? Like, is there something wrong? And then she was just like, I don't even know. So then we called Sean, and of course, he told me, yeah, that's normal, Jess. Like, what do you mean?
I can't remember.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
recall that one.
No, I said, no, hold on.
No, you remember? We
it
was on a
normal.
freeway convo with it.
Damn.
That's it.
That's nuts, fam.
Yeah, I actually remember as well.
That is funny still.
That is true.
Yeah.
I've had a story like that.
But yeah,
Similar to that anyway.
that's bad.
Well,
But
wasn't
none-
I asked? Oh,
That wasn't your word. That's not your word.
Yeah, it's not your word, fam.
Yeah, don't worry then. I'll leave
Don't
it.
do that.
then.
Share,
You might as well go next, fam.
share.
Yeah, someone scream out a number, fam.
Number 2.
What does it go up to?
9.
9. Okay, cool.
Every word gets
We've had 7
gets
and-
rejigged in it.
okay, cool.
So
Number 2.
number 2 would be 6.
Okay, yeah, so I can tell that story. As
Yeah,
well.
alright,
So,
cool.
I remember I linked one girl once, and talking. She was, I think she was from out of ends, or she ended up renting like an Airbnb little studio apartment. Yeah, so I've gone round there now. We've gone out to drink. Come back, waved.
Wasted.
I'm like, yeah, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Come back. She's making me a drink, and anyway, get down to business now. And then I remember she was giving me a head, yeah. And then I remember she spat on it, yeah. But she spat, and where she must have been lit, yeah, she spat and missed. So she spat, yeah, and it kind of like hit the crevice of like, the groin area. And all I remember is just like feeling the spit just drip down to my body. And like, so you're getting head, but then the bed underneath me is wet. And I'm like, this ain't right. This is not right.
This ain't right.
But then she's
Pineapples.
waved. She's waved. I'm a bit waved. I'm like, you just go through with it. You're like, all right, cool. But yeah, that was a horrible experience to be honest. She spat and missed, and then I felt disrespected because like you were meant to if you were gonna do it, you were meant to spit on it. So she spat on me. Oh my god.
That's nuts, though.
That is fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, that's my story.
Back in my grave.
She
Be honest,
spat
your
and it
go,
just
fam.
dripped.
Your go, mate. Your go.
Pick a number, Jess.
Oh, 1 to 9, right?
Yeah.
8.
You know what? I thought that was telepathic. I felt like
Jess, you're a dickhead.
nude. Yeah. It's an embarrassing time where you've been nude.
He loves being.
Video
He
do
loves
I
being
pick?
nude.
Oh, right. Wait, hang on.
For real, innit?
Anyone's
All
gonna
over his
back off their
social
topics.
flipping over.
Person down, I've been nude. That.
Oh no! Oh no!
No. Go on.
Can't tell that story.
Go on. Wait.
Oh my days.
Can you tell that story?
Yeah.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
All right.
Is it involving anyone?
When I walked into your room.
No, because you walked into the kitchen. Wasn't no. Walked into the kitchen
And I was.
and you were standing.
Yeah,
he was
calm.
sitting- someone was sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
And you were eye level. with-
Calm. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. So this is when all of us went to to Portugal. When was this? Like last year? No, 2019.
Yeah.
2019. Yeah, 2019. So we're in Portugal. All the man were in Portugal. And I remember we went to one club. Where was it? Albufeira.
Yeah, Albufeira.
Albufeira. So we was in Albufeira, good time. Everyone's just living life. End of the night, we had like a big villa in it. So everyone's come back. So there's like 8 of us. Everyone's come back, and I've got company with me. But these times, like everyone's kind of occupied and doing their own thing in their respective rooms. So I remember I got back kind of late, so there's nowhere left.
So all the room, people were either sleeping in their room, people were...
Yeah, people were either sleeping in their rooms or doing whatever. So I'm going from room to room trying to find a room where it's occupied. The only place left was the kitchen. So what I've done is I've taken cushions from the front room. I've sneaked out cushions because there's someone in the front room on the sofa doing whatever. So I've sneaked out cushions, Gone and placed them in the kitchen next to the fridge on the floor.
Oh my goodness.
And proceeded, got a blanket, set up nice, and was just doing what I was doing. And then I remember one of my boys tried to come into the kitchen, but I'm like in a certain position where I'm on my knees basically, and the door's opened. The door's open, so I span around. I span around to see who it was. On my knees, with a condom like half on my tig. My tig is out, I'm naked. And we looked at it and we was like, oh, I'll come back. You wanted the juice in it. You wanted the juice, but yeah, that was an embarrassing time because he saw everything. I was just fully butt naked.
That's
with a
mad.
condom hanging off my dick.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Wrong type of meat in the kitchen.
Wrong type of meat. But yeah,
Oh,
nuts,
bad
man.
days, man.
yeah, that was my embarrassing. I forgot about that still.
Yeah.
That was my one still. Crazy times.
Boy,
Yeah.
Fuck
it's the end of the episode, yeah.
Yeah, man.
What? I think not.
I thought it was the end of the episode.
I thought
Nah,
so.
yeah, we got-
Nah, bro.
Did you say your embarrassing one?
Sean didn't say his.
No,
No, they haven't.
They didn't.
Yeah.
The two
Yeah,
culprits
love
over
it,
there,
love
they
it,
do
love
rags.
it, love it.
Dynamic duo.
Someone.
I
Dynamic
had no
duo, duo.
idea. I had
Go
no
on,
idea.
go on, Jess.
Jeez. Right.
It's not fair because
I don't
Sean
want to
knows
go
the
last.
I'll go.
Oh my
No,
days. How
it's
was
been
you
around
doing
this.
it? Was you just mixing it up or?
Huh?
You see it's going on like this.
So whatever was said last, I moved to somewhere else in the list. So the list is
Okay.
always fresh in it.
All right, cool.
So someone
You're a
else
tricky
needs
bugger,
to.
you know. You couldn't just leave the list
So
and
should I
let the other words go.
pick? What do I pick? Something between 1 and 9.
Yeah.
What's 3?
Alcohol.
Nah, man, we all know. Nah.
Nah, man. I knew it was coming.
What?
All right, go again
1 to
then.
9.
6.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Nah.
Nah, man's not really a druggie.
I've
so-
got bare
One more
embarrassing-
time. One more
Do you know
time.
what?
One more time.
All of
9.
these words, I'm thinking I've got bare
Wait,
embarrassing stories.
Stranger.
Yeah, if I'm not laughing, yeah, it's on it.
What strange things have you done, stranger?
I need to think about this one.
It's cold.
He's cold. I'm warm. Stranger.
If you don't think in 5 seconds, got to give you another
I'm trying
number.
to think, fam.
This guy's playing it cool.
Yeah,
fam.
he's playing it cool. All right, number.
This guy's got a mad poker face.
Stranger
How did
danger.
you get what I mean?
Oh yeah, you got your
Yeah.
number there. Right, number 1.
Damage control.
Number 1, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so 1, sex.
Yep. Run it up.
Come on, like
Just run it up.
Right off a chick.
Alright, yeah, cool. So I remember one time, me and my friend, we went to. Alright, so yeah, we went to a club, yeah, and then after that, me and my friend, we met these girls in it. we knew these girls from before in it, but me and my friend, we met these girls, so we knew them from back in the day, but we never really used to speak. So we ended up going back to their house or whatever. And we
Can
was
you
doing-
disclose location?
Huh?
No, I'm joking. Go on. Go on, no,
Are you able to disclose which friend you're talking about?
Is it GDPR thing?
It's a GDPR thing.
Yeah.
It's a
Let me
GDPR
just-
thing.
Are we doing it under the bus thing?
No, what? No one's been thrown under the bus.
Cool.
So I can believe
wild.
that.
No. It's not you, by the way. It's not you.
Yeah, that's what's Daniel cares about it.
You get me? Like,
So
what's the
yeah,
shut-
so we went.
shut up,
So we
what's
went. So we've gone back home. We've gone back to the girls now, and in fact, I can say this. It was you, Sion.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what I do for a third.
That's what.
And do you remember one time we went to Elmer's End? So we went to Elmer's End.
Oh
and-
my god, yeah, I know exactly what it is.
And basically, like, so we got back probably like middle of the night. So it's like, what, 4 o'clock or whatever. We're doing our thing. Like, she was in one room, I'm in the other. Cool. And then we what happened? So like I was doing my thing, he was doing his thing, and then the girl and her, so the girl was with her cousin and whatever, and then her parents came back in it, and then I was so shocked because basically if you come in through the front door and you go up the stairs, you would have seen me. And if you come through the front door and go right, you would have seen Sion. So I was thinking, I panicked. I just stopped what I was doing, ran down the stairs. I'm in my boxes now, and I ran in and I've locked myself in with.
Oh my days, man.
with Sion and
Why
that
did you
lot.
do that?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go?
There's nowhere else to go.
Swear.
That was
Yeah.
the only safe room because I was in there with whoever I was with. So yeah, go on, Sean.
So then I remember that we was panicking. We was thinking, where can we go? Like obviously, I think I went in the corner. There was a little cupboard that you tried to go in, and it was like, no, this ain't gonna work. So then didn't we try? We climb out the window, innit? We climbed out the window.
boxes?
Yeah, fam.
Yeah,
So this is middle of the night.
So wait, were you like driving these times?
Sean was. I'm
I
sure.
think I just
you drove,
I just started driving.
Put your keys inside.
Yeah, so my keys are in, so everything is inside.
Yeah.
I've had to jump out the window. They closed the door and everything. And the thing is, I don't know if they didn't have like double glazing or nothing, but we could hear the whole conversation in it. And no, it wasn't that. It wasn't parents. It was uncle that came in.
Oh, yeah,
And
so
you know
you know
what?
it's smoke, innit?
And do you know what it was? Because earlier when we first got to the house, when we went into the kitchen, we seen like bare steroids,
And protein shakes.
whey protein shakes and
Sounded like
everything.
raw.
It was
Your
like,
uncle
raw.
must be
Who's
wild.
that? My uncle's.
Like, what?
Okay, you're like, oh, nah.
So this is steroid head
Yeah.
uncle come in.
nuts.
He's like, what's going on? Obviously these lot are all trying to play it calm under the covers, whatever. Meanwhile, me and Sion are outside the front window, just freezing, just like that. And
That is nuts.
I can't remember I can't remember how we got out of the situation, but I think they just afterwards they handed our clothes. They handed our clothes to us, and it was just
Pooted to the car.
pelted, fam. We was gone, fam. We got changed in the car, fam. Everything like that.
Never forget that, bro.
That's mine, fam.
That's wild, fam. Do you know what?
Memory,
That
That
is
was
mad.
this, yeah.
That's
Well
mad.
done.
That
Well done,
was
lads.
wild, fam.
That's
Proud
mad.
of you
Remember,
lot.
it was after Tiger.
Yeah, it
Tiger's
was in it.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger's legendary.
Oh
still.
my days.
What a legendary club back in the day.
Trust me.
When you was a kid, fam.
Stop talking, man. It's your turn.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go on. Someone pick a number.
Yeah,
Go on,
come
Jess.
on,
pick a number.
It's 22, man. I gotta get moving.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so what have you done?
No,
No.
You, bro.
What? Last one. So someone give me
3.
Yeah, 3. No, we had that already.
No, what do you mean?
5.
No.
Do you know what? No, but when they got numbers picked for them, we just did the word.
But it's hard because then how Sean's done it is like
All right, I'll put it to the committee.
Yeah.
The word is public place.
Oh,
yes.
Shall we give it? All right,
Go on.
cool.
Yes.
Embarrassment in the public place.
trying to
Don't be nervous.
trying to think of what the most embarrassing thing was.
That's several.
So there's several public embarrassments.
For me, anyway. You know what? I'm gonna do one that was quite embarrassing for me because it was actually peak still. So, Sunday League football. I was playing up front for a while for a team in South London, and it was one of those big games, innit? So you had bare parents on the side, bare youths from the area just watching. Everyone's just wherever, yeah. it's a muddy, it's a wet day, it's like a rainy day. So you know what, how the pitch gets boggy, and when you lift up your foot, it's like making that squelch. Like it's hard to run and stuff like that. Innit? So obviously,
almost waterlogged. You're like, you almost
do you know what I mean?
Game, man.
do you know what I mean? And these times, like I was young. This was like when I was like what, 13.
Yeah.
I'll never forget this one for as long as I live, bro. And I came on as a sub this game. I've come on as a sub now. Like our first strike was doing alright and that and scoring and whatnot. I've come on now. I get played the ball straight through the middle and I split the defenders. I'm through on goal. Like, man's off. I'm gone. You would have put your last bottom dollar on me to score, yeah? I've swung my foot as hard as I could because I wanted to bust net. I've missed the ball. I've kicked a lump of mud and I flipped. I'm not gonna. I kid you not, fam. I flipped and I've gone skidding all over my body. I've gone skidding. It's all in my face. I've skidded right in front of the goal, and the keeper picks up the ball. And everybody on the pitch stops playing football and laughs at me. The parents are laughing at me. The players are like, my own teammates are laughing at me. Like I'm talking in stitches. Like my captain was on the floor holding his belly, and I had to get up and hold it. And I was so embarrassed because I didn't know. My own dad was laughing at me. My stepdad didn't. Like, he was laughing at me. I was like, right, like. I didn't know what to do. Like you just don't know what to do.
You want the ground to
fam,
open up a
swallow me, bro.
That killed me, man.
How did I miss the ball and kick a lump of mud
And flip.
and
then slide.
And do you know what it is? Yeah, I wasn't even a bad player, fam.
Yeah,
That was just Pete.
yeah, fam.
I never forgot that for us, and they never let me live it down for the rest of the season.
Oh, that is fucking banter, bro.
I banned goals that season though, but it was mad. That was very embarrassing because I don't do embarrassment well.
Yeah, you don't do. Yeah,
I don't do embarrassment well in
you
public, so
don't.
that was just like
Yeah, that
was the work. That was a nightmare for me, fam.
So hey, thank you for sharing that.
I feel
that
hot
even
now.
brought back memories
Feeling
about
hot, fam.
That brought back memories about Sion one time.
God.
So just very quickly, yeah.
Do we have to? Do we have to?
So, hold on, so it's not even the one that I'm talking about. fam.
It's not that one.
Wait, you
It's
talking
not
about
that one
with Carl Shelton?
Oh my!
No. Let's talk about casuals. I'm not gonna talk about crazy casuals.
There was one
No,
that came to watch the game.
Okay,
I came to watch the game, and I didn't see something I liked. I saw Sean. Sean was playing on the opposite team. I saw Sean leave Sion at the
my
halfway
goodness.
line.
Man
No,
was
but
gone.
the way it's the
gone.
flick. You know the Henri flick.
burners.
The way he
The
just
burners
flicks
were
it
on.
and then
You know
just around him.
what's the most maddest thing about that game? Because I remember I left casuals and I've gone to this new team which was Carl Shelton at the time.
Yeah.
I remember still.
And I remember I was like, yeah, like this is like a grudge match because
He needs to make a point. Fam.
I need to prove a point against casuals.
Yeah.
That's not like you though. Was you nervous?
Yeah, like I
not
was
like
nervous
you, fam.
because also I knew all the players.
Yeah.
Sean was playing, my guy. So I was like, oh, this like I remember from the jump. I was all over the place. My first touch was off. I was flicking balls out for throw-ins. Like I was all over the shop.
Do you know what? When it happened, you looked stunned. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You looked stunned on the halfway line. That's
when
all.
he went on.
I mean, that's what the funniest thing about it was. That was only the funny thing about it.
By the time I turned around, Sean was like,
Yeah, by the time you turned around, Sean was on goal.
Lifted, fam.
Do you know what the worst thing is? Yeah, if you had kicked, like, if the ball was gone in it, if you had kicked me over, I actually could have. I would have shaken your hand because I would have done the same thing.
yeah, no, but you know, when it comes down to it, like that's your guy, so you can't.
know,
If I
but you're
kicked
not
him in a
friends on
certain
that.
way, I
I'm
could have
sorry, but
injured
if
him or something. Do you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even thinking like that.
Yeah, I hear that, but like,
Do you know what I mean? So I just had to hold it.
Because
And
Sion's wild with it still.
Yeah.
You're wild
I
with
just
it.
watched it. I remember you was in the stands. I look up, I see you, man. I look up, I see Dan and Aaron just like, I see Aaron holding his hand. I was like, oh my days.
And then was it afterwards? We was planning to go to Josh's to go and chill.
And I was like, I'm not coming.
And then like everyone was in the car. And like, Sion, what you coming? He's like, no.
That was the game. That was the game.
You say he was going on.
There was a game. It was that. I think it was that game, yeah. And then you got the ball in like the second half here, and you went on one mad run, fam. And then you just got lifted off your feet.
I don't
remember that.
Do you remember?
I don't
remember that.
You was playing right back.
Yeah.
And you ran on a mad, like I was thinking,
Okay,
what? Sion, he's trying to make up for having a poor
Oh,
game.
do you know what? Yeah.
I don't even remember.
That's trying to make up for having a poor game. And then all of a sudden, I think there's their centre back lifted you off your
What, a
feet.
good
fam.
tackle or
No,
dirty?
it's a good tackle, but you just went flying.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you
You
saying
summed up
that.
the game, fam. And because I kept on going on about it, he's like, nah.
You said I'm not coming. Josh is not
I
going.
remember that. I remember
Yeah.
being mad salty in the car
It was
afterwards.
mad
salty.
You
But,
didn't come in the same car as us.
No,
It's
fam.
peak.
But yeah, just a quick story which I was gonna start on. One time, I came to watch one of the Seahawks games, innit? And bear in mind, I can't remember if he was playing right back or holding mid, but you had no business being the last point, the furthest man forward on a counter attack. Yeah, the ball got played in from a corner, from the opposition corner, got headed out. This guy had acres of space. The ball was bobbling. This guy, you know when you trip on the ball to the point where you step on the ball and it slips
And
up
it
to the
slips,
side.
yeah.
This guy, I'm sorry, but he would have had the whole goal to himself. Just the keeper, just the keeper,
I'll
and this
never
guy
forget that.
slipped. And
it's peak.
the anticipation that was there for this guy breaking, fam, I couldn't believe it.
I'll never
And
forget
everyone
that
was
day. I'll never forget that day.
You
bro.
never forget those
I'll
days.
never forget them.
I was
Nah.
13 when that thing happened.
Yeah, that's what you for
28
life.
now.
Yeah, that's what you for life.
Yes.
I remember. I swear Greg was there as well. Was Greg there?
Yeah. Greg
Everybody
there
was
as
there.
well.
Arch nemesis.
Yeah, fam.
And I remember I stayed down. I
Yeah,
went
he
down.
stayed
I was,
down, fam, 'cause
He was
it
like, "Get up!" I was just like, I just wanted the pitch to swallow me. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mad.
Sometimes you have to get up and swallow that, bruv.
Cause I remember what I wanted to do. I just wanted to take a big touch.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
run into the ball.
But is that touch you just stepped on the ball and just squirmed out to the left?
Oh man.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yes, we come to the end of episode 17.
1-7.
1-7. Thank you to our guest, Jess.
Our guest and our good friend.
And our
Our
Jess.
good
Our
friend,
Jess.
Yes,
Yeah.
our Jess.
Yeah.
Thanks for
One
coming
of a
down,
kind.
Jess. Appreciate your time.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
You have to come on again
Thanks
as
for
well.
coming, Jess, man.
Yeah, man.
Again.
Yeah,
Oh
come
my
on.
gosh.
You know what I'm saying? You bust this one, man. You was all nervous
yeah,
drinking
yeah.
Magnum. Now you know what I'm saying? You're calm. You're good with
Yeah, I
it.
know, but
You're
you
not
lot are
bossy.
mean, you know. I know you guys. You lot are annoying.
Do you know what we'll do? You can bring someone else with you. You can have some backup then.
Yeah.
How about that?
Bring your
There
friend.
you go.
Okay.
But what we're gonna do is,
Bring
do
your
you
guy
wanna shout out any socials that you want put out there? What's your Insta? What's your
What's
Insta?
my Insta?
What's your OnlyFans?
So that is no.
What's your cash app?
Here's my thing. I think it's super underscore duperfly or something like
I
that.
don't know.
Michael said
I'll
something
put it
like
up on the
that.
screen
I don't
anyway.
know.
We'll put it
I
up
don't
on the
know.
front.
Put it up
on
on
the
the
screen.
screen, fam.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to shout out? Mum, dad, brothers?
Yeah. Hi, mum and dad. I made it. No, I'm joking.
He's gonna play this in front of your mum. and dad?
Listen, this story about that embarrassing.
That-
I
yeah.
don't know if that can even.
What if it can even be
Do you,
leaked?
do you need me to do like a separate edit
Oh
with
my
that bit
gosh,
out of
I
it?
think
Send it to you.
like,
You might have to chop and screw it, fam.
This is my mouth with her bear. Yeah, bear that, fam.
Don't worry, we got you.
yeah,
no, but I've enjoyed myself. Thanks for having me, guys. And I'm so proud of you guys as well. So keep it going.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Many more to come. But you've been here with Aaron.
Been there with Sion.
Yes, been man like Schultz.
Man like DCB,
AKA
aka Chargy D, aka Dalamadang,
AKA Angleman
Dan.
Dan.
under the sycamore tree,
In a
the
place
place
to
to
be.
be.
Hey, I cool.
We out.
We out.
So yeah, just hold on. So actually, do you know what? I'll do it.
Clap.
I'm making something. Am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
No.